disappears. Hey! Durgas and Durgas! Dargans. Yep. Now we're playing Shadowrun. We all died because Nox wasn't there to resurrect us. Maybe. I don't know. Jump out and jump back in. Oh. Maybe we need to do the swap server location thing. Ha ha ha! I'm not the imposter! But if not everyone is robots, it's not your internet. That's weird. You think? I guess. Hey, Astronomad, how's it going? Merry Christmas, Adam, I guess? The night before Christmas Eve? Maury Korshmorsh. Yeah, I muted myself to say hi to somebody in chat. While you're working on shit. What was that we did for changing the server? Let's see. Oh, you're in Australia! Aha! Well, cheers to you. Let's see. We're getting learned on Discord tonight. Yep. Okay. So, is it any better for you, Nox? No, I can't hear anything about. Oh shit. Rip. You have wireless headphones? Do you have wireless headphones? Are that what those are? No? At all. Damn. Do you have wired to change to? Because that might be it. Always technical difficulties. That's fine. This is true. That just gives me more time to get more caffeine in. Dangans and Durgans. Danganronpa and Durgans. Yes. Bunkers and badasses. Sigh. Well, you got that at least. That's interesting. Oh, you're just being early. Aha. Ah. Yeah. So, shit's going wrong. You know what to do, chat. It's time to drink. Drink. Yep. It was before I realized that he couldn't hear any shit. And you can just hear us bullshit and watch us drink. Because it's like... Say something, I'm giving up on you. Huh. Wow. It's actually true. Mm-hmm. Headset. Mm-hmm. Ah. Maury Korshmarsh. Yes. Winter's Crest Adam. Thank you, David. Thank you, David. That's why when you came in initially, Bill was like, oh. Yay. Okay. Well, that's good. Yeah, Merry Curse Miss. Yes, please let all the curses miss us. Hey! Get like a little hat on Kursk. Wait. I did not know that. Hold on a second. I know what's happening. Every single time. They can't hear the rest of you. Thank you for letting me know that, Astral Nomad, because I know what's happening there. When I changed my computer space, it fucked up all my shit. And reset default. So let me switch that really quickly. I know. I hate it, but I can at least fix it very quickly. I just need to do this thing.
Check.
Now you can
1,
hear.
2.
Crystal clear.
Hello. Crystal
There
clear.
it is. Sorry about the technical
See, I did not know
difficulty,
that.
guys.
Thank you.
All right, let's
Smart
fucking
tech
play some
wizard.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yay!
Yes.
Dungeons
All
and
right.
Dragons.
At last.
So, last session was pretty boring, actually. Not a lot happened.
Good joke.
It's one of my favorite jokes. No, you guys did battle with Alamut, the Oathbreaker Death Knight Paladin. Once personal guard to Jaman Saord and Sadia Saord, and were victorious. However, in the effort of being victorious, you may have accidentally slain Jaman Saord in his dragon form, and tried to revivify him, but we're also unsuccessful in that. Sorry. We're also unsuccessful in that. However, after the battle was won, and the Pyre Maul retrieved, a resurrection ritual was attempted with the assistance of Tharn, who used a Raise Dead spell to try and bring back Jaman Saord, and that, however, was successful. And having just finished that ritual, standing in the desert ruins of this ancient temple to Pelor, with Jaman Saord's body no longer dead, not quite conscious, but breathing, in their massive dragon form. What would you like to do?
At the long last session, went, oh no, my eye, because he had to pick that copper piece out, so he was conscious.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that was more of a joke.
Oh, okay.
I will. So he's just conscious. We haven't done any additional healing or anything.
Mhm.
No, he is literally 1 hit point and unconscious.
I'll give him a level 4 healing word
Okay.
for 17 more hit points.
Mm.
So I assume that
Okay.
puts this ancient dragon back to full.
Absolutely.
We'll
You
go
are
over,
correct.
check on.
Well, how did you know that, Vera? That's crazy.
Your Majesty, are you all right?
They are not conscious.
Oh, just completely.
They are, yeah, like they are alive. They are breathing.
Mhm.
Tharn informs you. The DM through Tharn informs you that when you try to revivify someone and that is unsuccessful, and are then successful later on with a higher level spell, it's more taxing on the soul and the creature, and so they may need a little bit more time to recuperate than just kind of like jumping back up.
Oh.
Revivify is more of like the paddles, like, poof, the shot of adrenaline that gets you back up and going. The more involved resurrections and stuff are a little bit more intense. So
Then I will send to Gilmore and say.
I believe you already did.
Well, I said he was dead and we were going to try to resurrect him.
Yeah, he said to
Next
message
day.
back.
That's right. In the morning when you tried, you were going to. That is correct.
Yeah.
Because you guys got a long rest in. Yes.
So I will send to let him know that Jaman Saord is now alive, but exhausted and unconscious. Might take some time to return.
There's a break, and eventually you get a response that says, take what time you need. We're in no rush back here. Just so long as they're at full strength when they return.
Well, I pass on what Gilmore said. And I guess so much for polymorphing him into something smaller and just carrying him back. Let's let him rest.
Yeah, I feel like that would be a very rude awakening.
Them.
Agreed.
Them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, sorry.
No worries. I literally did it myself like a couple seconds ago. We're trying. That's the important part.
Right.
Takes time to break old habits.
Well, if they're not up in 1d4 hours, I want to smack this dragon fucking silly.
Let's call that Plan Z.
So what would you guys like to do for now? You guys are all just kind of like standing around this giant sleeping ancient brass dragon in the middle of the desert. You do notice, those of you with the higher passive perception do notice now that the intensity of the ritual is over. And you guys are just kind of like looking around, looking at each other. The sky is there. It is morning. You can tell that the sun is up. You still can't see the sun or the sky. There's still cloud cover, though it's not as like black and scorched sky as it was. It's more of just like dark grays and black stormy clouds that are blocking out. It's like you're in the desert, so it should be, more a sun beating down, but it's more of like you're in the desert, but there's like this crazy overcast sky above you, which is strangely less intense than it was previously. Not a huge change, but enough to where you can notice that the landscape is potentially starting to revert back to a state of normalcy.
Ren's going to very carefully take the copper pieces off so they don't wake up worried and give them back to Tharn, and then gonna try commune with nature just to make sure that that's a good sign and all the stuff that's in there is kind of going away that she recognized before.
So you take out your blades to commune with nature. What 3 questions would you like to ask? I mean, I kind of know the first one.
Same as the last few.
Yeah, influence from other planes of existence. It's still there, but it's beginning to diminish.
Mm-hmm. And the powerful Faithian Celestials, undead, that sort of thing. And
that you do not sense within a 3-mile radius.
Good.
You still have one more question if you want to use it for something, but
any regular peoples?
Regular peoples?
Yeah, to keep, like, if we need to keep them from seeing Jamon's body if they come across.
Yeah. Within 3 miles of you, you do sense you do not sense any humanoids other than your assembled party, obviously.
All right. We should not need to worry about anyone seeing them. For now.
Cool. Sidra, where do you see out of from this hammer?
What is a soul eater relationship?
Yeah, it's kind of an omnipresence out to a certain distance.
I don't know what that word means.
I can out to a certain distance. I can kind of see in all directions out to a certain distance, but beyond that is darkness.
Cool. I'm just
Do we
going
hear?
Yes, you can hear a voice.
Oh.
Yeah, everybody can hear their voice. I think we established that last session that everybody can hear Seja speak.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not sure if it was all the time.
It's all around us.
I'm gonna plant the pyre
It's very
maul.
intimidating.
I'm just gonna plant the pyre maul like half down into the ground near Jamon, so that Seja can figuratively keep an eye on them.
Figured it, yeah. Yeah. They are silent for the moment, unless you engage with them.
Nah, I'll leave them be. Seems like something that Vanya doesn't really know what to say about, so he'll just leave that be.
Yeah.
Fike is going to walk up to Jamon, and I'm going to expend 5 points of lay on hands to see if there's any particularly lasting poisons or conditions that lay on hands could fix.
You expend the 5 hit points of lay on hands, trying to target any toxins or similar things in the bodily structure of Jamon. You feel the magic wash over them. You don't sense it neutralizing anything, though, as if there was nothing there to neutralize.
Cool. I'm going to give them 40 points of healing then.
Okay.
And assuming we're just going to keep watch over them until they wake, I'll just start playing various songs of rest to help them continue to heal.
Okay. Some time passes. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was going to say, if Bureau plays Sandstorm, I'm going to stop and go like, hey, can you switch to like a nicer melody? I know that's in his repertoire, and it's been. So
I'm just really good at that one.
Listen, he only plays it when he's doing the weather thing.
I would say if we wish to move them
I'll play
to
Rockabye
mansion,
Baby
but
on a loop.
Sorry, what was that, Flint?
do you think perhaps you mentioned polymorphing, but perhaps just enough to rest them in the mansion?
Is the mansion still up?
24 hours, right?
24 hours. Yep.
24 hours.
Yeah. Why don't I do that? And I wish.
Hey, Bureau, I have polymorph if you want to save a spell slot.
Yes, if you do, that would be much better than me burning my wish.
That'd be great.
Yeah, I will. I think it's like a 5th level
It's
for me. The 4th.
Oh, well, yeah.
Everything's
you
5th level
cast
for you.
everything at 5th. It's a 4th level spell, but you cast everything at 5th level.
Yeah, so I will.
Because you're a warlock.
Yeah, I'll do that, and I will cast and that does expend one of my spell slots.
Mm-hmm.
So I will expend a spell slot to transform Jamon into Gilmore.
Into Gilmore?
Can you do that with regular polymorph?
I don't believe you can do that. No, it has to be a beast.
A beast.
Then I will turn them into. I will turn them into
Komodo dragon.
I will turn them into a Komodo dragon.
Okay.
Oh,
still pretty large. But you cast the spell. Did they get a saving throw? It's like a wisdom save, right? Or is it it's a
I
constitution
believe
save?
it is, yes.
Yeah,
I believe it is a
wisdom save.
Assuming they want to or resist, yeah.
Wisdom save?
Yeah, they are asleep, so does that mean they get a save?
Yeah. Well,
they have negative modifiers anyways.
Because they have, yeah. Well, he doesn't have a negative modifier.
Oh, I thought from like the
saves.
raised dead.
Or they. Well, he does have that, but I'm just saying his normal wisdom save is, or their normal wisdom save is pretty good. Even
we're so bad at this. I'm so sorry.
even with that, they do have the -4 from the resurrection, or the raised dead. So they rolled a total of 6.
Hey.
So you watch as this mighty ancient brass dragon is shrunk down to still rather large. Like
can we make it a majestic? Can we make it a majestic looking Komodo dragon just to get the regalness of who they are?
Absolutely.
Friends just like
the
our
most
apologies,
majestic
Your Majesty.
Komodo dragon any of you have ever seen.
Don't know if I've ever seen a Komodo dragon.
So that still makes my statement true. The most majestic you've ever seen.
Exactly.
But it does have like a brass kind of coloration to the scales. Still really rather big though, from like head to tail.
Yeah.
Is probably like 6.5 feet long. Probably weighs a couple 100 pounds.
Vanya, what's do you help me?
Yep, I got you. And I'll just
go
kind
over
of
and just
bodily pick him up and carry him in.
You guys hear, excuse me while I try to commit this image to memory.
I hope you enjoy it, Sadie.
Comes from the pyre mall.
I pray thou doth not tell them.
No, because you could have picked like a sheep or a rabbit. Or like, why did you pick something with so much heft to it?
Because they are a dragon. If they still look scaly and somewhat like a dragon, they probably won't be very pissed off that I turned them into a sheep.
Well,
It is called respect. It's called respect, and it is a dragon thing. You wouldn't understand.
Yeah, Nox is like, it's a dragon thing. You wouldn't understand.
I shall take your word for it.
When you have a tail, you enjoy the tail.
I polymorph him into a garden snake out of respect. Understood.
I say in snake.
The return of
you get-
Linguini.
In solidarity, I turned it into
I'll grab the pyre mall before we close the door.
yeah. You guys head back into the beautiful bungalow. As comfortable as it ever was. You lay the... What was that, Piero?
Expand the center area.
Oh, you're roboting hard.
Whoa, you're roboting super hard.
Huh. Maybe.
How's that?
Much better.
Much better.
Thank you.
Better.
So once we're inside, I'll kind of expand the center area that I kind of made open to the sky for Tharn and make it kind of more of a large oasis.
Okay.
So that they can wake up in a reasonably familiar and comfortable area.
Excellent. Sure, totally.
Can you make the front door portcullis?
You also actually, Bureau, after you watch them get everything inside and everything, you know innately that like you can, depending on who you will allow into the bungalow, the entrance can adjust like magically.
I mean, still carrying an ancient dragon versus a Komodo dragon probably is a little harder.
Yeah, even if
it's the carrying thing.
Even if I use the enhanceability, it would not work for that.
Yeah, it might be difficult.
Yeah.
Wait, Bureau, are you saying that I can drop polymorph and there'll be a dragon now? And the bungalow can support that? Okay,
yes.
I drop polymorph.
Huh.
Yeah. Well, they're
So now
here.
there'll be an ancient dragon
now.
in here.
We'll ask some
Can
of Bureau's
we-
servants if they can
Bill, you're muted.
clean wounds and whatnot. Oh, yeah, you're muted.
Bill, you're
Sorry.
muted.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Yes, there's a almost like a vacuum suction of air as the space gets filled. With the drastic change in size, going from the Komodo dragon back to its ancient brass dragon form. Luckily, with Bureau's adjustments to the main section area there, it's not like super crowded, like squishing you up against the walls or anything like that. So it has been accommodated for.
So, Master Tharn, I have a question. Have you seen anything like a Komodo dragon?
I have seen many things like a Komodo dragon. And he begins to listen.
Of course they
Oh,
don't.
Tharn, how I've missed you.
He just starts listing reptiles.
He's been with us for like a week now.
If you would excuse me, it appears that we will be tarrying here for some time. I must commune with the Wild Mother.
Rest.
And he will head off to. He asks you, Bureau, if you could provide him with some private, like meditating prayer quarters, if your space is able to adjust for such things.
Yeah, I'll set up another door with a room that essentially exits into another open air area with lots of nature and sunlight and like an altar to Melora that I've seen him meditate in front of before.
Okay. You imagine that small little riverbed that he word of recalled you guys to previously, and kind of make just like a smaller version of that.
Perfect.
And he thanks you and disappears in there to spend some time in private meditation and prayer. He had a contemplative look on his face when he left.
What a thoughtful man.
Just as Ryan kind of peeks out where the door was, where he made Wild Mother statues in place of the paler ones.
Yes.
Thoughtful is definitely a word when it comes to
Yeah,
Thorn,
it certainly
for
is.
sure.
Hopefully Paylor doth not curse us.
Oh.
Yeah, I put in
Well, if we have time and he's in contemplation, I may go knock them down.
I like to think that, like, whenever Tharn does a lot of this stuff, the Wild Mother has to like go around to their planes and like do damage. Like, look, Taylor,
damage
you
control like
understand.
that.
Damage control. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
He's very, he's very.
Sorry about Grandpa. He's just very.
Yeah, he's a little.
God, come on,
very
it's
set in
Grandpa.
He
his
means
Love
well.
Yeah. Like,
That's right, Arathis.
hey, Saren Ray, I know. Well, yeah. Here, Arathis, look. Like, or when they meet up, oh yeah, it's like, look, he doesn't understand.
I try to send signs, but
omens and messages and signs. He just, But yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Arathis, like, you really need to talk to him. You really need to talk to him.
Oh, the lightning strike of approval yet again.
No, that is Cord. Cord is pissed off. Please stop.
But anyway, sorry. As you guys stand around, what would you like to do, if anything? I mean, if you guys would like to, you can just say we wait. But if there's any specific things you guys would like to do with what appears to be at least a short amount of free time while Jamon recovers a little bit,
I say we work on our plans, because our plans suck, and we need to get better at that. So we need to do A, B, C, D, E, F, and G for backups and get those squared away.
I was actually, and Curse kind of chimes in. He goes, "I was actually going to ask, what's next? Like, we did the thing, we got the thing we came here for, right? So."
Yes.
Well, we still need to go take Jamon back to the palace and hopefully get that spell scroll that Gilmore mentioned.
Hopefully, potentially more allies for what is to come.
Yes.
Correct. So let's say for S&Gs, shits and giggles, this is in the bag. Let's just say that for shits and giggles. Where are we going next?
Definitely going.
Yes, I did.
Wherefore aren't you shitting and giggling at the same time?
I second that.
Wouldn't you like to know?
No,
wouldn't you like to know?
No.
There's no shitting, no giggling.
Seriously, I doth wish to know. I am very confused.
Anyways, it's a figure of speech, Renata, right? Right? It's in your notebook.
I assumed that, but if I'm writing it down, I should know what it means.
So, yeah, just for
I've never heard anybody use that figure of speech before.
It's a Draconia thing, all right.
No, I did not. I learned Draconica. That part you did not tell us about.
I don't know if it's a draconic one, because I've definitely seen and used that figure of speech before, and the literal version of it.
See, anyways. Number 2 on our list after getting Jamon back home safely. You guys are children. You're children, I say. I would think Vasselheim is next on the list, and then the Feywild, correct?
That was the plan.
The Abyss. I would hope the Abyss first and the Feywild, but it's just me.
Well, the Feywild seems more safe than the fucking Abyss.
Neither of them seemeth safe, but...
No.
The Feywild is honestly probably less safe than the Abyss is.
Well, I've never been to either of them, and from what they describe the Feywild to be, it seems beautiful.
None of you have been to either of them. None of you have been to either of them, so I don't know how you guys are speaking like such authorities on which one would be worse or better.
Storybook.
Bureau's dad spends time there, and he's a fucking nerd, so it's
There you go. Bureau's dad's there right now. And we need to go check up on Bureau's dad to make sure he's fine. And Bureau's been there.
Yeah, I have been there, although I didn't really leave the city while I was there. They do recommend not to do that.
Yes.
As pretty as it is dangerous.
But they at least alloweth a city inside without being overrun with demons. So
yeah,
that is.
Hey, Bureau, I have a question. I know we've never tried this. What if we plane shifted and then drew a teleportation circle in the Feywild? Would it take us to Singorn in the Feywild, or would it take us back to where it is in Taldore? Because I don't understand that.
It would. I can only teleport to different places on the same plane.
Got it. So it would take us to Singorn if we were already in that plane. Got it.
Right. Well, yeah, or if I happen to find any other spots to teleport to.
So, I mean, that sounds like the safest place because we can just go straight to Singorn and then figure out where we need to go from there. So that sounds safe.
I thought Alora said that they were waiting for the army to pass to boof the remains of Singorn back onto the Prometeo plane so they would take up the rear of the fight. So when we get there, Singorn might not be that old, period.
That's true.
Yes, that does
Vanya,
sound
you can't, like, if there was a teleportation circle in a building and that building was transported to another plane of existence, you couldn't use the teleportation circle spell to get to that other plane of existence.
Oh, no.
However, so essentially,
plane shift to go to a teleportation circle on another.
Oh, yes. You can target a teleportation circle.
Yeah, that's just what I'm saying.
Okay. All right. I thought you were saying, like...
I'm just out of character making sure that is known to others.
Yeah. Also, you could, if you wanted to, teleport to the... Like, if you were in the Feywild and Singorn was in the Feywild, you could, from anywhere in the Feywild, teleport to use the teleportation circle. Because you're now on the same plane of existence again, you could, teleport to the circle in Singorn. If it still exists, you don't know. Last you had heard, at least a third of, or 2/3 of Singorn was destroyed before it was able to transport away. So you don't know if the teleportation circle that you have a connection to actually still exists anymore, either on this plane or in the Feywild.
Yeah, so before we go to the Feywild, I'll probably be doing some sending to get a sense of whether Singorn's reappeared on this plane or not. And
we could scry, right? Still people that could scry.
Yep, I can do that. That is a thing I can do.
Sure.
What would you like me to scry?
Well, you can't really do it now because we're on a different plane.
Noxus could walk outside. Yes.
That's true. I mean, if you want to try it, may as well scry on where Singorn normally is to see if it's returned or not.
I can do that. If I'm gonna do that, I'm only gonna have one spell left for the day, so we might hunker down for a little while if that is what we're gonna do.
Jamon's still
Right.
sleeping. I think you could rest after that.
All right, then I will do that.
All right. You step outside,
Yes.
John? Yes? Okay. You step outside, you sit down, you take out your crystal ball, and
And
you
the Tarrasque is
cast.
there.
Yeah, you cast scry. Where specifically are you scrying? Or what
I am
specifically are you scrying?
scrying. I am scrying on the
You can just say
area.
Singorn. You
Say
can just say
what?
I'm scrying on. You can just say like Singorn, like or where Singorn should be on the prime material plane, if that's what you're.
That one.
You
That
don't
one.
have to.
Yeah,
It doesn't have to be a
that one. Where
specific
Singorn?
spot.
Where?
In
Okay, then yeah, where Singorn should be here on the prime material world.
Okay. The crystal ball begins to collect magical energy as it begins to float up out of your hands and in front of you, and your vision is rocketed through the sky. And as you come to rest, you are in a very high, like aerial position, like as if you were like flying over an area. And you look down, and you see there is a huge opening in the trees. And where there is that opening, as you look down, you can see the remnants of. There is 2/3 of this clearing has just what looks like a city that was like destroyed and knocked to the ground, like rubble, like one of those bombed out cities from World War II, like something that just gotten like bombed and shelled to to rubble, for about 2/3 of the space, and in that last third is just like an open, empty, like like empty spot in the ground, like a crater in the ground. On top of that is what looks to be like the remnants of a war camp. But there are no, there's nothing there except that anymore. You watch for the next 10 minutes. Some wildlife comes and goes. It looks like this. Make a perception check.
The anticipation. Yeah.
I thought it clicked. Sorry.
25. 25 is pretty good. You would guess that this place has been vacated for a couple of days.
All right. Well, that's not good. I will take my crystal ball, toss it up, grab it, put it in my pocket, walk inside.
All right. Nox returns.
What did you see?
Well, great news. Everything's back to normal. The Tarrasque lays dead on the floor. No, actually, no. There's a war camp in its place. It's not back yet.
The remnants of a war camp.
The remnants of a war camp. Sorry. There was still a little bit of fire still dwindling, so I don't know if they just left or if they had left for it was a couple of days, maybe. I don't know. There's some wildlife running around, but they've moved on, but Singorn's not back yet.
Well, good to know. I will. Yeah, I'll step outside and then just send to Alora asking if she's heard any news from Singorn.
What exactly is that exactly? Just have you heard any news from Singorn? Is that what the message is?
Correct.
A little time goes by, and she says, Scanlan reports the army marches north. Singorn is still in the Feywild trying to recover and see what strength they have left.
Cool. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. So then I head back inside and let everybody know that the army's continuing to march north, according to Allura, and best as she knows, Singorn is still trying to recuperate in the Feywild.
It is understandable. But we were saying our next mission is Vasselheim?
Vasselheim.
Sounds good. And
To Vasselheim, we shall go.
I'll take out my flute and start playing Furelise.
Are we going now?
No, I'm just
Okay.
playing a song to relax.
All right.
Hero, could you teach me a little bit more with this ocarina, since we have some time?
Absolutely.
Ren said that she lost her
Spend
Salakine.
time learning with Hero.
And we'll work on chords and fingering and whatnot.
Bureau's very good at the fingering.
Exactly.
You dirty,
Jesus.
dirty-minded children. You.
Mike is going to go in the other room and pace.
As tempting as it is to have Vanya join in with the bagpipes.
After this is all over, we shall start a band.
After this is all over, I think I'll have other things to do than start a band.
Oh, come on. We'll be so cool, guys. We could totally retire and just start a band. It'd be great. Fight can be the dancer / front man. Come on. It's a work of art. We've already got it all pretty much planned out.
How do you...
Tharn could be our producer and get us our gigs, too.
No, absolutely
He makes
not.
stuff happen.
Let me list you all the reasons that you
make
should
stuff
hire
happen.
this group.
All right. You guys all then or kind of go off to find different ways to entertain yourself for the next who knows how long.
Might if everyone can hear Sadia, Ren might try to talk to Sadia for a while and just hear their stories.
Okay.
Get an understanding. Like basically, it's a sentient weapon, so it's basically a new party member for now.
Yeah.
Basically.
What do you ask them? Like, what do you? Yeah, you find Vanya, who's carrying the Pyre Mall.
I'm just probably talking to it as well, or to them as well.
All right. So you guys, Ren and Vanya, you split off. You go off into a separate area. And what do you say?
She just kind of introduce herself and kind of explain her situation and ask a little bit more about Sadia and this place and what all. Just basically trying to get a sense of who they are and how their life has been so far and what happened.
Actually, what's the specific question you asked? Like, what happened? Like, what's happened? This is this. Like, how do you word it? I'm just curious because I'm trying to figure out how they would respond. So
yeah.
Like, I don't have just block text that.
Right. She would ask, I guess, where they and Jamon came from, if they are from this area originally, and and why they decided to create, I guess, Ankarel? Or is this like a king? I guess technically a kingdom type situation. Is there just
It's more like
Hmm.
it's more like a giant independent city state that has several like sort of like satellite little oasis towns that it incorporates into their domain.
Yeah. And she's
Um,
curious about their
yeah, they
history.
don't rule over the entirety of Marquette.
Mm-hmm.
They rule over this area. But she explains to you, or they explain to you, um, they say, Jamon and I had been in Oncorel, as it has come to be known, or the area surrounding it, for thousands of years. By the time the settlers from the rebuilding after into the Third Age came, um, they remembered a land that was very different at the time, and when they arrived, they found this blasted desert. They were struggling to survive, and Jamon and I took pity on them and led them to the fertile lands where Ankarel now flourishes. They saw us as saviors and demigods, as we revealed ourselves to them, not in our uh, full, true form, but in a more humanoid exterior. And they saw us as saviors and demigods, I think, with great knowledge to share, and invited us and asked us to continue to lead and guide them after the city was established, or the settlement, we should say, at the time.
Mhm.
Over the years, Jamon and I imparted the knowledge that we had collected over aeons with them, as what helped the city grow exponentially. Things flourished, and the people never knew of our true forms. For Jamon thought it important. Such a thing would invite challenge, they would say, and something they refused to risk was the safety of the people of Corel.
She kind of gives a knowing look at Vanya at that, and then back. This is
What?
understandable.
Eventually, one of our closest advisors and protectors, Alamut, discovered our secret, and his code compelled him to not keep such a deception hidden, no matter the intentions, the good intentions behind such a thing. And he betrayed us and captured me as blackmail for Jamon to do the right thing as he saw it. Jamon came to rescue me. A great fight was had between the three of us, with powerful magics being unleashed, and Alamut and I were Alamut had pledged himself to a dark entity in order to gain revenge for being banished and sent away with this secret. This was years after the Thordak incident.
Uh,
the energies that were unleashed during that fight sucked myself and Alamet back to the hells, where was the center of the source of this dark entity's powers resided.
Hmm.
I later, at that point, learned it was
Tiamat.
Tiamat, of course.
Hmm.
There, I was tortured and corrupted. My soul ripped from my body and implanted into this hammer, and my body used to create a perversion
Hmm.
so that Alamet could return and get his vengeance.
We are very sorry that we cannot fix that. And we understand one of our own is in not quite a similar circumstance, but similar enough. Just gonna
Jamon
gesture to the Pegasus.
Yeah. Jamon and I mourned each other centuries ago at this point. We both have different paths. Our paths converged and walked alongside each other for thousands of years. Now they separate again. Fate has drawn us in different directions. We're happy for the time we had together.
Fate can be fickle, but I understand.
We had far longer together than most mortal races are allowed.
And hopefully after all this is done, perhaps some more. But we appreciate you joining us.
If that is where fate sends us.
Fate
For now,
doesn't.
you have a noble task which needs completing, and I will assist in any way I can.
What are you saying, Vanya?
Sorry, now you can go. Sorry, Vanya, go ahead.
You know that fate doesn't really choose what happens after this, right? You do know that if you choose, that you can choose, and I will listen to you.
I'm aware.
Okay.
But perhaps when this is done, there's another noble task that needs doing.
I imagine there will be at least one. At least one.
But I suppose we shall get to that when it arrives.
Precisely.
All right. Well,
It's so interesting, the perspective of you short-lived species.
I'm so glad you think I'm interesting, I suppose.
I meant no offense.
None taken. I'm just not sure how to take that. Vanya's very uncomfortable with this whole sentient.
Seeing things from a different perspective.
I suppose so. Can you see my memories the way you showed me yours?
Yes, but I don't intend to do it without permission.
Awesome. Okay. Good.
Sometimes things are forced to the forefront of your mind, and I have no choice but to share them. But any further investigation I would get consent for.
Right. Okay. Well, that she can probably feel how much more uncomfortable this story has made Vanya.
Yeah. Even, Ryan just kind of looks at Vanya like, I understand. I really do. It gets awkward.
Noble warrior, what are you going to do to that man's neck hole? Oh, no!
Not in that way, but now he's definitely thinking about that too.
One honorable and worthy of my power.
Yes. Anything else going on elsewhere in the bungalow? Unless you guys had more questions for Sadia.
You didn't want to nope out of that conversation, Bill?
No, but if you guys have more questions for Sadia, you can feel free to ask them.
If anything, Ren might shoot the shit about like Age of Arcanum type stuff with the only other person who seems to know anything about that here.
They have a passing knowledge of it. They didn't.
I thought there were thousands of years. The calamity was like 800, 900 years ago, right?
Yeah, but they were able, being the beings that they are kind of able to look at those things from a distance without having to worry about being, having to participate. You know what I mean? So, like, they're more than happy to chill. And like these two were more than happy to chill in the desert together, just kind of watching the world, be dramatic from it,
I was in the desert, so what? Get the story about what it was like. But yeah, otherwise, I don't. If Vanya had anything.
Not especially. He's not really comfortable with talking to her about, or to them with about everything right yet. He will listen and occasionally ask clarification about what them and Ren are talking about.
And they don't push either, Vanya. Like, there's no, like, if you don't want to be part of the conversation, they just will kind of concentrate on Ren. Or if you do show an interest, they'll happily include you. But they don't, like, there's no, like, you don't feel like an oppressive personality or
oh, totally.
Or an oppressive consciousness on you at all.
Yeah. Yeah, Ren totally understands, which is why she's kind of pulling conversation for Vanya at the moment.
All right. Elsewhere in the bungalow, is anything going on, or are you guys just kind of chilling, waiting?
I'm just chilling.
There might be some horrible music that gets better after time,
All right. An hour goes by. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Fike.
Fike is just writing a letter in his songbook to Eliza. God forbid he doesn't get to see her.
Okay. An hour goes by. There's no change in Jamon. Second hour goes by. Still resting. Any change to your guys' behaviors, or just still waiting?
Just relaxing.
All right.
Ren might go through emotions. It's been a bit, but that's it.
Yeah, you could have gotten the short rests in at this point if you would like.
Yes.
Third hour goes by. And those of you with higher passive perceptions begin to hear rustling and shifting coming from the main area.
Quickly go check on that.
Yep. Sounds like good news.
As you all kind of come into the main area, you see Jamon Sa'ord, who is now sitting up in their ancient brass dragon form, kind of inspecting their body, the wounds and stuff. They look a lot healthier already as far as like physical, like hit points wise. They still look weakened and a little bit emaciated, a little bit frailer. from the the attempted corruption that was all the necrotic energy that was being blasted into them. But as you all come into the room, their form shifts and changes and shrinks down to a humanoid form, but more elongated, like 7.5 feet tall, but not thick, very thin and long. Their limbs are exceptionally long, thin and wiry, bald head, simple linen, but finely made, but simple in design, linen pants and shirt, with like a brass coloration to the skin, almost like a little hint of blue in there, and golden eyes, as you all kind of come in and they greet you and say, "I will admit I've felt better, but I thank you for your assistance."
You're most welcome, and please feel free to take time to rest. You're looking much better than you were a couple of hours ago, but rest is understandable.
I appreciate your aid. I'm feeling quite a bit better now. Not quite myself, but quite a bit better. What, who are all of you?
We are the defenders of Taldore at this point.
We'll do a nightly bow.
Well, from what I understand about Taldore, they are often in need of defending, so it's good that they've created a position.
Yeah,
That does
Paris.
seem to be accurate. I've been on Taldore. I was on Taldore for about 2 weeks before I got roped into defending the whole place.
We were sent to discover vestiges of the divergence, and well, we found one as we came to your aid. You may, I don't know, would you like to see them?
Yes, thank you. They just kind of lock eyes, to kind of stare at them all, particularly that burning gem. And you can see their facial expressions change as if they're having a conversation, but you don't hear anything. And like a couple minutes go by, and like a single tear at one point runs down Jamon's face. But then they look back at the rest of you and say, "It would appear I owe all of you a great debt, and I will
Apparently.
endeavor to pay it."
Well, we were happy to be able to help as much as we could. And, well, I, for one, hate to have to call in favors. As I mentioned, we were tasked with saving Taldore, and Gilmore mentioned that you may have a particular spell that might help us lock down a Tarrasque.
As soon as we return to Ankarel, it will be yours.
We're grateful.
Thanks, Your Majesty.
Oh, and my name is Biero, by the way.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we should tell you our names. That'd be important.
It would be helpful.
Renata.
Von.
They nod to each of you as you say your names. Please, you can call me Jamon.
Oh, Frank's gonna just ruffle through his many things that he has on like his belt side and just pull out his scimitar of speed, and he goes, "I believe this is yours." And I will
They
hand it over.
look at it. They look at it. They don't take it right away. They just kind of like stare at it with like a shocked look on their face. And they look out at you. Where did you get this?
Empress Sinemo, in the Underdark. She is their empress down there of the Drow folk. Well, we did quite a service for them.
It must have been.
Is there a story behind it that you wouldn't mind sharing?
Yeah, what
I
Sinemo
shall admit
said.
I'm most curious.
Did Sinemo fill this in already?
Did.
If I remember correctly, it was given to Jamon. Gave this to the Drow people as a symbol of peace. This
That is
was
correct.
I remember.
Well, I'm sure there is a bit more story behind that.
Perhaps for another time. You have more pressing concerns.
Certainly.
We should return to Ank'Harel as soon as possible.
That can be arranged. Are you feeling well enough to teleport?
Yes, if that's how you intend to have us return. Excellent. I was going to offer to give you all a ride, but
Oh my gosh, that would be so amazing. Could we please?
See, that seems very disrespectful.
Yes, and would that not cause a problem?
Oh wait,
Everyone was
you're right.
assuming
You're right.
thou wert, well, on an errand. No one is supposed.
We've figured out ways for me to be able to come and go from the city. I've foreseen such issues. And like,
of course.
You know.
He's got
teleported.
Because every time you need milk, he just bursts out of the cerulean palace and just.
It's an ancient and powerful being. There's no reason to expect that I would, have solved such big problems as being able to come and go from the city without seeing.
I mean,
Ren doesn't know I should burst.
If it's not that big of an issue, it is literally like my dream to ride a dragon.
Though teleporting does sound a bit easier, and I did just die. So.
Yes, it would depend on how fast we are expecting to go to Vasselheim next, but
probably fast.
That is
Aren't we
entirely up to you, Vasselheim.
That seemeth to be the next step on our journey.
You seem to have suffered enough. I'm more than happy to take us back to Ank'Harel quickly.
I would appreciate it. Be careful. Traveling so quickly, you all look rather ragged. It's not able to defend anything if you can't stand upright. Make sure you.
I'm fine.
Well, fine, yeah. Well, the only issue with that is the longer we wait, the more people die, which is probably happening as we speak.
Yes,
and Nox kind of just stares off in space.
And if you get to the finish line and can't fight, then it doesn't matter.
Well, hopefully we can wrap up our intermediate quests quickly and then buy a couple of days or so to recuperate before we have to prevent the world from ending.
Anyway, we should return. I have many debts to settle.
If everybody's ready, we can step outside.
All right. They will follow you outside. As you dismiss the bungalow, Tharn pops out as he missed all of it. He says, "Oh,
Well,
they're awake.
Ready to go, son.
Very well."
Put your harvesting knife away, Thon.
I
You
will
cast,
try
teleportation circle
Yeah.
to Ankarel, I assume.
Correct.
Alrighty, or Marquette, I should say. You return to Ankarel, the city of Marquette. Or I'm sorry, the city of Ankarel. Inside the Cerulean Palace, in a familiar room where you appeared once before. This time, when the door is opened, there is immediate reverence paid by the guards as Jaman Saord is standing out in the front of you, and begins to escort you through the halls.
No
Stopping.
paperwork?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
It's dude. He's like the president.
Fucking
They're like the
bureaucrats.
president. Like,
I understand that,
they
but we are
just
not
show
the
up and they're like,
president.
yeah. Anyway,
I'd like to wave dickishly at the clerk who was being a dick to us.
Yeah, we roll deep, motherfucker. What you gonna do?
We roll deep, motherfucker.
You make your way through the halls of the palace. Jaman stops only once to whisper something to what looks to be some sort of like major domo or assistant or advisor, who takes off down a separate hallway. As Jaman leads you further into the castle, he brings you into a large circular, what appears to be like an audience chamber, almost like a throne room. Except there's up on the raised platform where the throne would be, there's just a simple wooden stool. As they ascend the stairs up and sit down and look at all of you and say, well, first things first. And they will take the stool, flip it upside down, and on one of the three legs, they unscrew like a little cap and tap on it, and this paper scroll comes sliding out. And they screw the cap back on, turn the stool, and put it back right sides up, and says, "I believe you'll be needing this."
I will take it respectfully and bow and say thank you very much.
If we make it through this, I have a very, very nice box for you to put your other scrolls in. Remind me of that.
I will. As he hands you the scroll and you examine it, Bureau,
Mm-hmm.
It is, in fact, an imprisonment scroll of imprisonment, specifically for the minimus containment version of the spell. Meaning that when you cast it on a creature, the target shrinks to a height of 1 inch and is imprisoned inside a gemstone or similar object. Light can pass through the gemstone normally, allowing the target to see out and other creatures to see in, but nothing else can pass through, even by means of teleportation or planar travel. The gemstone can't be cut or broken while the spell remains in effect. The special component for this version of the spell is a large transparent gemstone such as a corundium, diamond, or ruby. And you already know that the amount of it you need is, I think it's, what is it, like, I can't remember. It's like 1,000 gold pieces per hit point, or 500 gold
500.
pieces per hit. 500 gold pieces per hit die of the target.
So, I don't know, 20,000 gold just to be safe. That seems reasonable. More importantly, this
diamond
is
with 20,000 gold.
Yep. Diamond
Is it a
core
single
number.
piece?
Yeah, I think it has to be a single one. Out of character.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Um,
as I was referring to my notes.
the good news is, if this is specifically for minimus containment, if memory serves, that is one of the methods that hasn't been used on the Tarrasque yet.
That is correct.
So this is not.
Your memory
This is
serves,
not.
your memory serves
scroll.
you well.
Mm-hmm.
No, so this is not a useless scroll. Awesome.
Yeah, that would be a huge dick move by Bill to give us
That'd be a real rat
completely
punch.
useless.
That'd be a real rat punch in the dick.
Well, to be fair, I'm pretty sure that would be like, if it wouldn't work for this, I'm sure like one of the wizards could write it down and figure out the other one.
I think there was another one in the Feywild we got told at one point as well. So that'd be another option. But
That's true.
That is something Alora mentioned, yes, last time you spoke with her.
Oh.
Anyhow, I'm gonna stop talking out of character.
I look back up at Jamon and bow again and say, you know, I hate to look a gift horse in the mouth, especially a gift this grand, but it would be a misstep on our part if we failed to ask if there's any other help you might be able and willing to offer to sustain the fate of Tal'Dorei against the hobgoblins and this creature.
We have been amassing something
Make
of
a
an
persuasion
army.
check with it. Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Where's
Hey!
I was about to say out loud, please don't hero this.
Jamon stands and looks down at all of you and says, "You have saved my life. Not only that, you are also able to help me solve a problem that has been hundreds of years of worry and failed completion on my part. Ask for what you wish, and if it is within my power to give it, you will have it."
Let's go.
Any physical people, forces that might be able to bolster our alliance?
Well, I did have something in mind to assist you. And he gestures towards the entrance of the hall. As you see there, the messenger or servant that Jamon had sent off is there, and standing just in front of them is a woman who walks towards you. You see a like a mocha skinned woman wearing robes with in maroons and burnt oranges and blacks and grays, large billowing pants, no shoes or boots, wraps on the feet, a large leather pelt that kind of hangs around the waist, and some interesting bracers and wraps on the hands. The hair starts like a burnt like shaved on the sides of the head into this almost like mohawk, like floppy mohawk kind of look that starts at the base of the head in like this burnt orange, and as it goes up towards the tips of the hair, it turns into like a dark maroon, and then like a smoky grayish white at the top. As walking in, you see this individual, and Jaman introduces them. This is Master Sada Sahar, Grand Master of the monks of the Five Spires.
Pleasure.
The pleasure is mine. She will come with you and ensure that you complete your task. She steps forward and says, "My name is Sada. You are now my charges. If by my life or death we can accomplish your goals, I will happily give them."
Oh, why do people keep coming and
Yeah, run this like awkwardly between her and Curse.
Okay. Well, it is good to have you, Sada.
What?
I'm totally comfortable with this.
Everybody missing Orani, like, what up, fuckers?
Hopefully it won't come to your death, but we are grateful for your aid.
I would agree. Hopefully it does not. But I've been informed what it is you are trying to do, and believe me, you could use my help.
Any aid we can receive is most
What
appreciated.
is your specialty?
I have years of experience in the world. I am well studied, and I am rather capable combatant.
Of that, I have no doubt.
Do you require a demonstration?
I wouldn't turn one down.
Just good to see what everyone is capable of to see.
She walks to the center of the area, does some stretches, kind of rolls her shoulders. You hear some popping of some bone and some sinew.
See, that's not good.
And she takes up a stance and says, "Which one of you will be my demonstration?"
Sounds like a challenge if I've ever heard one.
Yeah, right. Almost about to step up, and then Vanya just probably just goes right by. Like, fair enough.
Vanya just walks right up.
Ren has like half the swords out, and
then,
just
yeah. Ren's just like, I should have expected this, and just puts them back.
Roll initiative, Vanya.
All right.
It happening.
Ooh. Man, all the NPCs we meet should introduce themselves to the party like this. This is great.
Yeah.
You have initiative, Vanya.
All right. I would like to rage to exactly no one's surprise.
Yep.
Alrighty, let's do this then. Let's see what you can do!
Oh, okay, now it's time to get a drink.
Yes, Vanya's yelling. And I'm gonna hit her with the fireball, or attempt to, recklessly.
I'm gonna take out my flute and just start playing the Mortal Kombat theme.
Yeah, 30 hits. As does wow, you don't got a third attack anymore, friend.
I only rolled 2.
Oh, I saw the 13 for some reason. I thought that was
No.
that was a thing. On the second one, she is going to spend a key point to use one of her abilities called Fiery Block. And she gets to add her proficiency bonus to her AC, and that's against your 28. It still hits, but you take she puts up her forearm to block the strike, and the maul makes contact. There's a blast of fire that goes out from her, and you take 7 points of fire damage. But both of your strikes hit. So, how much damage is that?
61 points of damage, I believe.
All right.
I take 7 points
All
of
right.
damage.
7 points of fire damage. Yep.
All right, I'm almost out of Nox's temporary hit points.
All right. She is going to use her ability called the Fury of the Five Spires.
Ooh.
She's going to spend 5 key points to make 5 unarmed strikes against you.
Okay.
On the first one, or on the first 4 are going to be fire jabs, and the 5th one is going to be a fire kick.
Okay. They're all at advantage.
Yes, they are. So let's just roll these right out of the gate. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
20!
And the last one, which is the kick.
They all hit me.
Assume they all hit. All
They
right.
do.
First things first. From the first 4 strikes, you take. She's also going to choose to have these all be fire damage.
Okay. Cool.
That's from the first one, the second one, the third one.
So just all the damage for these is fire?
Yes.
Okay.
And the fourth one. And then comes the kick. One, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay. All right, and then for the last one. All right, then I need you to make a strength saving throw.
I'm good.
Whew.
All right, so you are not knocked prone, but as part of the Fury of the Five Spires ability, you do are going to have to make a Constitution saving throw against their DC. However, the DC increases for each one of those 5 by 1 for each one of those 5 attacks that hit.
Oh, good.
So make a Constitution saving throw.
24.
24. All right. You succeed as the DC is 23. But you get the sense that if you did not succeed, you would have been knocked unconscious till the end of the monk's of Sada's next turn.
Damn.
Well, that is a hell of a trick.
That ends their turn.
Well, I am going to return the favor and hit them in the face a couple more times.
Okay.
I don't have anything. Oh, yes!
Yeah.
All right. So she's gonna use. She's gonna use another key point to do a fiery block. So on the first attack, which means that will miss.
Okay.
But the crit hits. Oh, and you also take 12 points of fire damage.
Damn.
Okay. Wow, that is a disappointing. Wow, that is some disappointing fucking whatever.
How much is that?
Let's see. 20, 35, 48, 55,
Oh.
69.
Nice.
Nice.
Hey,
Nice.
hey.
All right.
Drink.
They are still up.
Nice.
All right. They are going to. Does that end your turn?
It will, yes.
That brings us to their turn. To her turn. She is going to use her action to make 2 strikes against you. Actually, you know what? She's gonna use. She's gonna use the last 5 key points she has to do another Fury of the 5 Spires. So here we go. But she can't add any extra fire jab or fire kick onto it. So
Okay.
it was 73.
No, that's how much health I have left.
Oh, sorry. 1,
That
Oh.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Damn.
Damn.
Those
Those all hit.
they all hit.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Again, this is all fire damage.
Ooh.
Dope. Alrighty, and another con save.
Yes.
Hey.
I'm what?
You're missing a crit.
Oh, I'm missing a crit?
Yeah, you only have. She did 5 attacks, right? And there's only 4
Yeah.
damages there.
Oops. There we go. All right. So you make the save again.
Mhm.
But I believe. Oh, you have your thing, right?
Sure do.
Yeah. So you're not unconscious.
I am not.
But you are at 0. You are at 0 hit points. Though.
I am at 0, and I believe at 1 failed death save, actually.
Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There was 5 there.
Yeah, there were.
Yeah.
Oh, there was. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, there was 5 there.
Mhm.
Oh, loaded in weird for me.
All right.
Miscounted.
Well, she's within 5 feet of you, so if she hits you, then it would be 2 failed death saving throws. Or wait, because I mean the last one was a crit. So if you were already unconscious when the last one hit, that would be 2 failed death saves.
No, the last one would have knocked me. The 27 would have knocked me out, or would have taken me to 0.
So all right, so you're just at 0. You're not at any failed death saves. If
Yes.
the 5th one is what took you under, then yeah, okay. That ends their turn.
Nice! That shit's fucking crazy!
Okay, I gotta turn you down because holy shit.
Sorry. I promise I'll stop after this.
Both hit.
I just need to be back away from the mic a little bit.
There we go.
Yeah. So you hold on one sec.
Vanya will pull the last one. As
I forgot.
No,
I forgot. She has. No, it's fine. She has resistance to fire damage.
Right.
And I forgot about that. So how much? Oh man, so much of that was fire damage.
Let's see. 24.
I'm gonna say all right. So I'm just gonna put her at like 10 hit points, but she looks up at you and is breathing a little bit heavy, but says, "Good enough for you."
Good enough. Good enough.
Well done.
Play clapping.
That
That
play
was
clapping.
great.
If they're wrapping it up, then I'll throw a healing word to Vanya so he doesn't die immediately.
Yeah. All right. So you toss a healing word, yeah.
Vanya like spits some blood to the side and offers a handshake.
She will shake your hand and bow slightly. I'd like perception checks from everybody.
I'm too busy admiring how she
Boom!
kicked the shit out of me.
I was keeping track of that.
By the way, that's the Fury of the Five Spires.
Damn.
Wow.
Holy shit.
She could not get a Tarask by herself.
Arani being so fucking jealous.
I really got that fire jab shit.
I mean, she's only a 17th level monk, you know.
Only.
Of
Ah,
a
17th level monk. What the?
she's higher level than me. God.
of a custom fighting style that I created.
It's not Ascended
Nice.
Dragon? Neat.
Oh wait, we're 17th level. I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
I'm 16th.
Yeah, we got an upgrade, guys. Curse.
Yeah. Vanya and me are 16 still.
I was Tarn, I believe.
I'm sorry? Yeah, probably.
Jaman says she will accompany you, and she will act as the will of Ankarel to make sure that you succeed.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
The will of Unkrell
He
is fucking
seems like he'd be
awesome.
a great asset.
Well, glad to have you.
What he said.
Oh, it's been so long since somebody gave me just a straight up challenge like that. Thank you.
You're welcome. So the perception checks. Fike, Ren, the two of you notice there is a small holy symbol that she wears around her neck. You can see it's this like yin-yang shape, but the yin and the yang are representations of Palor and Sarenrae.
Huh.
Oh yeah, I recognize the fire jab, don't I? From the when we did the Orani monk training.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh yeah. That's
this is the way of the five spires.
This is the way.
We know the
Don't
way
do it.
now.
Fike is questioning a lot of things right now. Then
So, yeah. A lot of S names in Ank'Harel. Sada bows to all of you and says, your endeavor is a noble one, and I will be happy to assist you in any way that I can.
Glad to have you along.
Awesome. Just awesome.
Vanya's just geeking out.
Yeah, right.
Vanya's so happy.
She kind of notices you staring at her uncomfortably, Vanya, and she kind of steps off to the side so that you can continue conversing with Jamon, who says, now as far as forces, I will not risk any Ank'Harel citizens for foreign shores, but I will do this. And they produce a brass horn and present it to one of you and say, I used to have a flute, but when the time comes and your forces are arrayed against the Iron Authority, blow this horn and I will come and assist you.
We're extremely grateful. I'll take the horn and bow very deeply.
Roughly, like, what is the approximate, like, arrival time? Is it instantaneous, like it's through teleportation, or is it like?
It depends.
What have we learned about trying to figure out the dynamics behind magic? Why?
I'm emboldened by the Arg of the Neg. I'm good.
I could be busy. I could be in the bathroom or something. It might take a minute.
I got Jamon ordered to say that. Worth asking.
No, he doesn't actually. They don't actually say that, but they just say. Yeah, it depends, but not long.
You've been more than generous. Should
You
we make it?
Welcome to stay and take respite here in my palace for as long as you need before you continue your journey. But I have been absent for some time. You guys do notice as you turn around, you can see Gilmore is back there, kind of tapping his foot, impatiently waiting to essentially. I leave you in Sada's capable hands, Jamon says, as he as they walk past you. And are greeted by Gilmore, who just has like a stack of papers of like stuff that needs to get done. like you've been gone for a couple months. I need your signature like a couple thousand times, and but no, as the two of them continue down the hall, you are left in the room with Master Sada Sahar.
Let's see what this is. We have another one joining our journey to learn about. But welcome. And my name is Renata.
She bows to all of you and says, you are now my charges, and I will follow you to the ends of the earth until this task is completed.
There's that moment of like Ren feeling a little bit awkward now. Like this is another mirror. It's weird to be on the other side of that.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. This is really weird. This is our ward. Kursk, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Kursk.
He's really
she looks
really
over
shy.
greetings. You bring this child to battle with you?
We can't keep him away.
Yeah, he killed a dragon with us.
He is very good at it, though, and
He hath
learning
offer-
very quickly.
He hath offered us the same services that you have.
Well-
Despite our protestations at one point.
As the helm of brilliance goes in his eyes as he looks up at this person.
Very well. But yes, I will accompany you and make sure that you are able to complete the task that you have undertaken. And when you are done, I will return here.
Awesome.
Would you happen to know of a ship or something that would get us to Vasselheim as quickly as possible?
There is an skyship port here at the top of the spires.
Excellent.
So maybe we should head out then, or do we want
that's
to
gonna
wait?
take so long, guys.
Well,
Well,
Dolph, you have
how are we gonna
another means.
it
Teleportation
it
should... Hmm.
It would be a approximate 2-week journey.
Hmm.
Well,
That doesn't seem ideal.
Yes.
we could try the random success of my teleportation magic.
What's...
We know how well that's gone before.
No, and
that
Vasselheim...
has always been good.
From what we hath heard, Vasselheim doth not appreciate that sort of magic.
Well, I wouldn't
No.
necessarily aim for directly inside Vasselheim, but
Hmm.
just outside.
Yes.
Is there anywhere
That is not
on-
entirely up to us. At this
Is
point.
there anywhere on Isilra that we can teleport to safely without you having us fly off into the middle of nowhere, Beer Man?
I
No offense.
don't know any sigils in Isilra.
Hmm.
Sigil.
Doth you know, Sada, if there's anything from Isilra within the palace here that perhaps we could use as a focus?
Do you have anything from the temple?
The temple?
Yeah, I mean, you noticed the holy symbol, so I could kind of blatantly point it out.
She takes out she takes out her holy symbol. I was able to get this on pilgrimage.
So that means she
Vasselheim?
got it from the one in Vasselheim?
Yes, that's what she is saying.
So then we could use
So
that
we
as
can
a
do
focus.
That would likely take us within the bounds of Vasselheim, which they might not appreciate.
Yes.
Slap on the wrist.
They are not overly fond of arcane magic there. Why am I?
Yeah,
I'm
did
sorry,
her voice change? Like, wait, why is she
No,
suddenly...
I've been trying and failing.
They're German.
To have an accent for her,
I was like...
so.
I was about to say,
I'm
like,
just gonna give up on it.
Vandrick, fuck
Jawohl.
you!
Where are you hiding somebody? Where are you hiding somebody?
They are not. They're not fond of arcane magic there.
Still,
mean, how not fond? Like, are they going to kill us if we teleport in?
It depends on where you would arrive.
Ooh, that's not good.
well,
That's
with
very
your
not
amulet, maybe we could, or with your pendant, maybe we could ask Pike to put in a good word for us before we arrive.
Perhaps give it some forewarning.
I know a few people over there. The Temple of Samurai is pretty chill. They don't.
Perhaps give it some forewarning.
They don't. 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 Especially if we say, like, we kind of drop Pike's name, like, hey, like that's where we'd end up, right, with the holy symbol, like.
Oh, well. Is the symbol
There
from...
are other means of travel
Yes.
than teleportation.
What do you suggest?
Or arcane teleportation, anyway.
Is there divine teleportation?
There are forms of it.
Huh.
Do you know of anyone who has it?
Tharn says,
Oh, yeah.
used one with you.
That's right! Ah, I forgot about Duo.
Can you use it to get us to Vasselheim, Tharn?
I've never been to Vasselheim.
Is there
Do we...
a cleric within Ankarel that hath made a pilgrimage?
There, I would imagine so. Though, I don't know that they... I'm not familiar with this magic, I just know that
Well,
it exists.
we could ask Pike if she'd be willing to take us there.
How's Pike gonna take us there?
Well, if there's divine magic, then she probably has it.
Especially to our own temple.
I don't...
Although I guess it's not hers.
I am not familiar with this Pike person, so...
Pike Trickfoot, like the High Priestess of Sauron,
Yes,
right?
I know who they are. I don't know what their capabilities are.
She's awesome. I mean, it's uncouth, but we could do the just teleport there, and we could just kind of.
I think that's the fastest route. Getting a slap
Yeah.
on.
Are we gonna do the? We could do like the scry teleport.
They might kill us if we land not where we need to. That seems like maybe not a great idea.
Especially not when we are attempting to gather more allies, Fike.
That's why we would do the scry, so we would know exactly where we're going, and have Bureau take the ring, scry in, see where we're going, and then we teleport there.
Perhaps.
So then we go into the actual Temple of Sarenrae, and it's like, oh, hello, how are you? And then we're forgiven, and then we just go about our day and never go back to Vasselheim after we're done.
I simply worry about what was it? Pressing our luck after our endeavor here.
Well, if Sada's amulet is really from the Temple of Sarenrae in Vasselheim, I don't think there's a risk of us not getting directly to the temple.
It's actually from the Temple of Palor.
Yes. That was what
Should
I
be
thought.
fine.
We won't be able to ask anybody to put in a good word for us before we arrive.
I don't think a good word is going to get you what you want. I don't think you quite understand how paranoid they are with arcane magic.
That's fair.
Oh God. There's not an archdruid in town, is there?
No, the only archdruid that was around is dead.
Thanks, Nox.
Just reminding you.
Well, we could just try teleporting to somewhere just outside Vasselheim, or we could try this skyship.
Well, if we end up halfway between a Silril from here, I believe we end up in the ocean. So I feel like the skyship is our best choice, even though it takes incredibly long.
Yeah. It would be that or asking Lady Pike. That would be my only thought. Unless
Is
we know
that
of any.
not an option?
I'm gonna peek at Bureau.
I'll send to Pike, and I'll ask her. We are currently in Ankarel and heading to Vasselheim, would you have any way to get us to Vasselheim quickly?
The response you get is, yeah, key. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck you.
Good job, guys.
Sorry, no. And that's the end of the response.
Oh.
All right. Ike's not going to be able to help, and I just depressed her. I think Skyship is the way to go.
I'm sorry.
Harsh.
I mean, we could teleport.
We need us to allies.
We'll end up in the ocean. Die.
He has something directly from where we're going, right? The Sarenrae Temple, or is it?
It's a
Did she get it?
Pelor.
But that'll just tick people off, and not something we want to do.
Right now, we need everyone to be behind us, Noxus. Like I said, we
teleport,
pressed our luck here.
I have 2 shots at teleporting right now. If we rest, I would have 3. And if we land in the ocean, then I just teleport us again.
My only other thought would be potentially something of, what is it? Jake, there's so many J names. Shit. What was his? Jorland.
What do you think? Jorland? Yeah.
Or the Relic Seekers Guild, something from outside Vasselheim in Isilra, but...
And I did spend a reasonable amount of time in Vasselheim. Hopefully, I'm not going to take us too far off course.
But you said you
did
spent
spend some time in Vasselheim, yeah.
Vasselheim.
I'm with Bureau's ability on getting us to Vasselheim. I honestly don't think we have 2 weeks to wait.
I believe that, but there has to be some faster way that shall not get us enemies in this.
Well, I'm not saying it's not like I literally just appeared in the middle of Vasselheim and only stayed there. I would have
Thank you so much for the
spent some time outside the city walls as well.
That's fair.
Out of character.
You guys are so terrified of using the teleportation spell. It's hilarious to me. I'm not gonna lie. I really.
No, after what happened, Ren doesn't want to press the lock on this shit. It worked out in our favor once.
We'll be fine.
Yeah, I think we'll be fine. So out of character,
like Vanya says, we'll be fine.
75% chance of working properly the first time, and I've got 2 more stabs at it if we rest.
If we had the portable boat, I wanted to give 2 fucks, but we gave it to Nox's stupid dragon daddy.
Wait. You said you've been outside.
Wait. He's taking on the whole entire fleet right now.
Bureau, you said you've been outside Vasselheim.
I did.
Yeah.
You have a wish now, and you can do transport via plants, right? Or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Hey. That's a great idea.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Only took you, Bill. You just, I gotta be able to cast Wish one time in the campaign. That's all I want. That's all I need. Make sure you give me that opportunity. Only took you how many minutes to figure it out?
Right.
You're welcome.
All right. I'm an idiot.
I took most of my. I need more wine.
We're gonna
I deserve all the wine.
All right.
I'm sorry.
The worst member of the party always dies. Doesn't even use Wish to its maximum capability. We got to boot Bear from the party. He's got to go. Right now.
Fuck it.
That's
straight from the bottle.
You're playing Sada now on or Kursk.
I needed enough wine to figure out that.
God, I'm an idiot. So
I'm just sitting here like in my head, the inner monologue in my head was like, wish spell. You have a wish spell. Wish, wish, wish. Wish, 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 wish. You have a wish spell. We literally just talked about this before the game started.
Maury Korshmorsh.
I wonder what goes through Bill's head every session that we have something that he's like, if you would just read what you have, if you would just know what's on
Remember
your
your
sheet.
character.
Sounds a lot like screaming, except it's a little more guttural.
It used to be like screaming in my head, but now it's just like,
Come on. Come
it
on.
is, you know,
Really?
like,
Really?
I feel
Really?
like did you know, it's just, you know. But anyway, you hear Sada say, transports via pants would solve our problems perfectly, actually.
Yes. Could you take us to a large tree?
Certainly. Is there anything you would like to do before we depart?
Is there anything anybody wants to do before we depart?
No. I got one quick thing, and I take off running.
Should we? Oh,
Fike takes off out of the room running.
Then perhaps.
Where are you going?
Well, that seems wise.
Fike was looking for someone here. Yes.
Sada sits down and begins to meditate.
Don't we need any more potions before we go?
I still have my potions from the last one.
I'm good.
Well.
I'm just saying, Sada looks up from her meditation and says, I'm just saying this is a huge metropolis that you're in. This may be the last time you're in such a place in a while that is okay with the arcane. So
That is true.
if there's any supplies and stuff, I can wait for you here, and when you're ready, I'll be happy to take you to the biggest palm tree I know.
Let's see.
We're not going to get stuck with bureaucratic bullcrap and not be able to get back up there.
I will look after it.
Dope.
Do you know where a good shop to get some potions would be?
She gives you directions.
We head there.
Yep.
All right. She gives you directions. While you guys are gone, she's going to use a short rest because she's at 10 hit points to roll a bunch of hit dice.
Oh, so close.
And yeah, so I'm just going to fill you in because I'm kind of proud of this little like subclass that I made, and I'm playtesting it right now. But they are a Way of the Five Spires monk. They essentially train in there's 5 spires in the Cerulean Palace that they train in. So it's like a desert, like fiery kind of desert wind smoke based subclass. So at 3rd level you get Fires of the Desert. You're able to manipulate your key to conjure the fires of the desert. That's where you get your fire kick and your fiery block from. So you can use 2 key points to do a fire kick, but you can only use that once per turn. It adds 4d6 fire damage to your attack, and if it hits, the person has to make a strength save or be knocked prone. And the fiery block, you can use 1 key point and your reaction to add your proficiency bonus to your AC, and the attacker takes 2d6 fire damage. And then there's the Mind of Shifting Sand. Starting at 6th level, you can spend 1 key point to gain proficiency in any skill you are not proficient in for 1 ability check. And you also get Sunbeaten at 6th level. At 6th level, due to your intense training under the hot sun of Marquette, you gain resistance to fire damage. You are also not negatively affected by hot environments.
Nice.
I like it.
And then you get the Fire Jab at 11th level, where you can spend 1 key to add 2d6 fire damage to a single unarmed strike. And you can do that as many unarmed strikes as you have and key as you have. And then this level 17 ability you get is the Fury of the 5 Spires. So yeah, so it's Fires of the Desert.
Damn.
Sunbeaten. Mind of Shifting Sand. Fire Jab. And Fury of the 5 Spires. But anyway, they're going to sit there and short rest while you go do stuff. You are sent out into the the marketplace of Marquette the Bazaar, where you find a shop that sells a number of magical things. It's no Gilmore's by any stretch of the imagination. It has a much smaller selection, but it is a magic shop nonetheless. They have at their disposal 2 regular healing potions, 2 greater healing potions, and a single potion of superior healing.
We'll
I'm
take
out.
them all.
Amongst a few other knickknacks.
Paddywhacks give a dog a bone.
Knickknacks, you say?
Knickknacks or, other, trinkets, magical items.
Like?
Well, if you inquire about them.
We do.
Yeah, they show you one of the items that they show you is a just a +3 scimitar, just a straight up +3 scimitar. So a very fancy looking scimitar. They also have a chain shirt, a +1 chain shirt for armor. And then the other thing that they have is oh no, that's not it. The other thing that they have is this medallion that looks like a skull, but the top of the skull has it's like you can see it's like a brain, and there's these 2 jewels in the eyes of the skull.
Ooh, that looks metal as fuck.
Haven't we seen one of those?
Yeah, what is that?
What's that?
Don't we have one of those?
Yeah, didn't Bureau?
You have mind reading or whatever. We use it against the cultists.
Detect thoughts.
Yeah, it's a medallion of thoughts. Yeah.
Ah.
Oh shit.
Okay. And no other
the
potion types?
Scimitar. I want to be Driz.
No, there are no other stuff.
Okay. Well, I'm good.
Same.
Do you have any potions that can make me stronger or bigger?
They do not.
Damn. Someday, someone will have one of those.
Yeah, probably not in Vasselheim.
Do we not still have a potion?
We have a fire giant strength one still.
That's true.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know if we used it or not.
No, I haven't used it yet.
All right,
We
good.
could have the
we're
potion of
definitely gonna
Tiny
need it.
Vanya.
Oh.
But
Sorry?
That would be funny. Listening to Vanya like rage with a high pitched voice, that'd be hilarious.
Witness me!
Wait, there's okay. Wait, so there's Gilmore franchises, but there's no Gilmore franchise in Anchorell?
No.
Wow.
Yes,
Because
other duties.
that sounds like
there's-
conflict of
There's
interest.
that. They also
That's fair.
They also have very strict corruption policies.
Oh, that's fair.
Oh, sounds like a wonderful place to live.
Yeah, right?
You cannot. That's something in the bylaws of Anchorell. Something like that can easily be used to funnel money to you as a public official. So.
That's very as a public official now. Well, if you aren't looking for something like that, perhaps send a message to Sherry or something like that and pick it up later.
You still have to get those mushrooms for her.
I think we don't really
Mushrooms?
care about the mushrooms at this point.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know, but if we want her to get us stuff, she might say, "What about my mushrooms?"
Wherefore aren't you looking for mushrooms for Sherry?
She asked us to get her mushrooms. Or some
That's
kind of
right. You weren't
fungi.
there for that.
Yeah, no, that was Arani.
Yeah, that's right. Ren wasn't there for that.
I mean, I'm sure that if she has the capability to make a potion that Vanya is willing to buy, she's going to do it regardless of whether or not we get some mushrooms.
We just haven't
so
been
what-
there. Too busy. I think she's heard the news, probably.
So I assume we're buying out the healing potions. Are we buying anything else here?
I didn't
We're
need anything
definitely
from that
taking all the
list.
healing.
Yeah, I think we're just taking the healing potions.
All right. You collect those. Is there any other supplies? There's plenty of other like shops, like liveries. There's armors. There's craftsmen. There's like general supply stores.
Ren might actually ask if she could go pick up some wood and woodcarver tools. It's been a while since she's had something to do with her hands during watches besides practice.
Yeah, that's easily found. That will cost you. Woodcarver's tools. Oops, one page too far. Woodcarver's tools are 1 gold piece.
Feel okay
And you
with
could also purchase some wood for an additional gold piece, I'll say.
Is that all right?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Anybody else want to buy some? I'd say you guys have been traveling with the same starter like explorer packs for the entire campaign at this point. So I think it's fair for me to say you guys need to spend some money to replenish that.
Yeah,
You've probably
rations and
been
stuff.
using that.
That's
Yeah.
why we got Noxus for prestidigitation to make them taste good.
So all of you need to spend. Hold on. If you want to be able to ever say like I pull out my rope and shit again.
If you ever want to say I pull out my rope and shit, you'll do this.
Yes. No, I'm just saying, like logistically, specifically, like this makes sense. So if you guys want to buy a diplomat's pack or a dungeoneer's pack or an entertainer's pack or an explorer's pack or a priest's pack or a scholar's pack or a burglar's pack, you can choose which one, but you have to get them now because you're all out of shit.
I guess I'll grab an explorer pack.
Same.
Explorer's pack, 10 gold pieces.
Same.
Okay.
Burglar's
So-
pack.
Burglar's pack, 16 gold pieces.
Yeah.
People,
I'll
anyone...
replenish my
Wait.
explorer's pack.
Wait, so...
Explorer's pack, okay, so yeah, 10 gold pieces.
So that's 4 explorers packs plus... What was the burglar's pack?
16 gold
16.
pieces.
2 for my stuff. Anything else?
2 crowbars.
58 gold from the party funds.
All right. So the explorer's pack is a bedroll, a mess kit, tinderbox, 10 torches, 10 days rations, and a water skin, and a thing of 50 feet of hempen rope. And then the burglar's pack, you get a bag of 1,000 ball bearings, 10 feet of string, a bell, 5 candles, a crowbar, a hammer, 10 pitons, a hooded lantern, 2 flasks of oil, 5 days rations, a tinderbox, and a water skin, and 50 feet of hempen rope.
Somebody else do the bag of holding, or I'll do the bag of holding if nobody else is.
You
did it?
Oh, you already took it.
Okay. I want to make sure. Cool.
Any other supplies? Alchemist fire, acid, blankets, anything like that?
I got a diamond worth like 20,000 gold pieces just lying around.
A ruby?
I think we got the
Oddly
market
enough,
on
you
that.
that might be something to ask in Craghammer about.
Oh, yeah.
Vanya, what is this potion that you're looking for? What does it do?
I don't know that I'm looking for any potion specifically. I'm just looking for anything that will make me bigger and stronger than I already am. Because I have this, I call it my warrior instincts at work, but I have this feeling that it's going to be down to me to look at that big monster motherfucker in the eye and say, no, go no further.
You shall not pass.
And I am very strong, but I am very small as well compared to him.
I will send to Sherry and say, Sherry, in order to equip us for this giant monster, is there any potion or magic you can create to make Vanya huge?
There's a pause for a couple minutes, actually. And you get a response that says, don't mean to force you to burn another sending spell, but how big are we talking?
What would be the in-world way of saying huge?
Gargantuan.
As big as you can get.
Yeah.
um,
As big as you can fucking get. With the emphasis on fucking get.
The Tarask is the size of like a city block. So because gargantuan is technically a category of size in D&D where it's like this or bigger. So, yeah. Tarask is like Godzilla. It's like the size of a city block.
The size of a city block is the...
And I am big, but I am very much not that big.
I'll send back to Sherry. Big enough to fight something head to head, much larger than an ancient dragon, and if not that big, then as big as you can absolutely make him.
You get a response back that says it's going to be experimental, but I'll see what I can do.
Excellent. She's working on it.
Perfect.
It'll work as well as that cloak.
That does not fill me with confidence.
I have now
just increased the DC.
That was out of character. That was out of character.
I have now burned through a buttload of my magic today, so it might actually be a good idea for us to rest.
That is a good idea. Since we know it's not where...
Jamon said that the palace was going to be made available to you if you wanted to rest. So
that sounds delightful. So, unless anybody else wants to do anything else?
Any other shopping? Or what was the thing you ran off to do, Fike, by the way?
I want to go find Asadon's Antiquities or whatever the fuck Scanlan calls his stupid bullshit shop here. And I'm going to see Kaylee and Eliza Shorthold.
You head off to do so and are able to find it. You are told several times to buzz off. They don't know who those people are. But eventually, with your high charisma, you are able to silver tongue talk your way in, and you are brought down into a secret kind of like underground little area, like office space or base, smuggler's hold, if you will, with the two Trickfoot women in front of you.
I missed you. I did it.
I'm sorry, did what?
I made it to Whitestone. I found the thing that you told me about. I found who I was supposed to be.
You look really familiar, but I'm trying to.
Am I talking to Kaylee or?
You met Eliza once.
Right.
If I recall.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Ventus? Met in Western? You told me about your mom and Whitestone and Saren Ray and all that. We were like chewing the fat at a bar.
I just rolled a memory or history check.
Ah!
That's right. That's right. That was over a year ago.
2 years, yeah.
Yeah, that quite a distance you must have traveled then.
Yeah, I've been a lot of places. I'm a big shot now, especially in Whitestone.
That's good to hear. See, I knew you would find what you were looking for there.
Yeah. I just wanted to say thank you.
Glad I was able to help. Are
Yeah.
you paying it forward?
As much as I can without getting myself killed, and even sometimes getting very close to that.
Well, don't get too close to that.
Yeah.
You look good.
Thanks. You too. You look tan. A lot tanner.
The vestments suit you.
Oh, thanks. Gosh, I forgot how pretty you were.
Fike.
You know what? I just
blush a little bit.
Yeah. Do you want to go? And I kind of just looked at Kaylee. If she's not too busy with work, do you want to go get a drink? Talk about old times. I can fill you in.
Make a persuasion check.
It shouldn't have been with advantage, so a 13.
Oh.
13.
Like that.
Turn that off.
You're not gonna look it?
I mean, I really would. It's just we have something going on. I don't know. I don't know how long you've been away from Taldore, but there's some stuff going on over there right now. And I got word from my mom and dad, so we're actually going to be heading back there soon.
Oh, I'm kind of helping with that effort.
Oh, that's awesome.
So maybe I'll see you.
Thanks.
Hopefully not in the battlefield, but in the no. And I tapped the holy symbol. It's what she wants.
Yeah, no, mom said there's a lot of people that could be, she kind of taps her holy symbol. And it's like, there's a lot of people that could, use a healer's touch. So.
Yeah, well, hopefully I'll see you.
Yeah, and spirits need lifting and all that. So. She, and Kaylee kind of does a little like chord progression on her fiddle. Plus, I'm getting sick of the blues here.
Yeah, it's I've stopped drinking for a little bit. I need to be sharp, but hopefully I'll see you guys soon, and just stay safe. And if you see your mom, ask her about Fike, and she could probably fill you in when you have time.
Okay, I will. You okay?
Yeah, I that this whole thing kind of started with that conversation, and you're kind of like the core of my story. You're the binding of this book that has my name on it, and I just wanted to thank you for that.
You know, it's strange to be able to you throw a pebble into a pond and you don't always get to see what the ripples do on the other end. It's kind of cool to be able to see it.
Yeah. I'll let you guys back to your fine furniture business. And Fike will turn, and he will head back towards the Cerulean Palace.
All right. You guys meet up back at the Cerulean Palace with Sada. What would you like to do?
Sada, we think we're going to need to take a rest before we head to Vasselheim.
Very well. As Jaman said, refreshments and quarters could be provided. She will lead you through the palace to familiar quarters that you guys stayed in previously. You may take rest here
Thank you.
if this
This
is
would be
satisfactory.
Of course.
Quite.
Very, very well. And Sada just kind of goes and stands off to the side.
You may also want to take a rest, as I intend to get some sleep.
I rested earlier while you were shopping.
Could kind of
Each to their
check
own.
her. Is she okay? Like, does she still have scratches? Does she look
Yeah,
okay after that?
I mean, she's not at full health, but she's looking fine.
Oh, I got you. All right. Give me a second. Come here.
She used all of her hit dice, but you know.
Oh, come here. Consent, please.
If we were talking about a scale between 1 and 162, she's at like a 114.
Consent, please.
4.
I'm going to heal you. If you're going to be a protector,
It's not
if
necessary.
you're going to be a protector, you need to be in top shape, which means you're currently not in top shape, which means you're not doing the optimum thing to help us in our endeavor. Please let me heal you.
If that is what you wish.
Those were very specific numbers there that you gave us, Bill.
Just saying.
18. I don't know
Almost
why
as
sneak
much
attack
as
is in there.
Ren.
You snuck attack.
You heal her with one hand and stab her in the gut with the other.
As Vanya chills at
BBG.
8 hit points.
Damn.
She says, thank you.
No problem. All right, cool. I'm gonna go rest.
Yeah.
All
Shall
right,
I?
you guys take.
But I hope to spar at you.
I
with you
mean,
at one
it's-
point, Sada.
That would be agreeable.
Good night.
Hey, Fike. Are you all right, man?
Yeah, great. Better than I was.
Insight
Right.
check.
Insight check.
Insight check.
Make an insight check. Fike, you can make a persuasion or deception check based on what you think. All right. Noxus, Bureau, and Renata, no reason not to believe him. Vanya, you think he's being genuine?
Good to see you so fine then, Pappy. Looking more fine than you have in a while.
I needed something to raise my spirits. It's good to see an old friend. But
Oh, you did? Good.
yeah, she didn't. I guess the beard threw her off. I was a little more baby faced when I met her, but it took a minute, but she recognized me.
A beard makes you look distinguished. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
I'm glad you had a good conversation.
Yeah. It's funny. It was exactly what I was thinking in that moment. Is that the ripples that we cause stretch so far outward, we don't know how far it reaches, and we probably never will.
That is a good way of putting it. It is good to know that they are there, even if we do not see the end of them. But I'm glad you were able to this particular instance. Well, she was. But we get to see the ones closest to us, and she'll clap him on the shoulder with a grin and head up.
Come on, you're still very strong. Knock it off.
What?
Oh, knock it off. You can take more than that.
Vanya would know.
Exactly.
Hey. You don't know where I'm easily hurt and where it's more resilient.
I'm reasonably familiar with where you are easily and not easily hurt, Pappy.
I don't want to know.
I'm talking to Ren.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want
I
to know.
got a new rope. Do you guys want to see my new rope? That's it.
That's your rope. It's a Jabari.
Alrighty. Anything you guys... I mean, it's still only like... The sun hasn't even gone down yet. If there's any other things you guys want to accomplish today, I'm just saying.
We should totally have like a go to the bar sesh if we're gonna nap.
If you wish.
Sure.
You would like to go to a bar? Sada asks.
A tavern.
We could have refreshments brought to you.
It's not the same.
Yeah, it's not the same.
Oh.
At least at the tavern, Fight can put on a show for everybody if he wishes. Here it's...
Hey, excuse me, my stripping is... Actually, that would be good for my brand.
Yeah, in Marquette.
Yeah.
You could become...
Yeah, I'm always thinking. Is
there like a cabaret or a karaoke around here?
Ren's just gonna smile at Sada and be like, sometimes 'tis better to be among the people that we work for, in a sense.
Fuck. Oh, is all my makeup dry? Shit. Like, all my powers.
'Tis an inspiration.
If you wish, I will accompany you. I can... Sada leads you into the marketplace and around the city a little bit until you find a random tavern. You go inside, and it is a clay building, like a mud structure building with open areas that allow like these wind tunnels to sweep through to like kind of cool the place a little bit. And there's like communal seating set up. and there's just good times being had by all.
It's like as good a place as any to drop some coin and see the people.
And try and forget about our woes for a good few hours.
What woes?
Exactly.
I don't know what you mean. What woes? I'm having a great time. Mostly. Besides all the teleporting.
Vanya, I wonder about you sometimes.
I
Just a
wonder
little.
about me a lot too.
I'm glad I'm not the
same,
only one.
Probably not the same way you wonder about me, though.
Yeah, Ren's gonna
No,
think about that
probably
and
not.
give Vanya a pointed look.
You keep giving me those looks, Red. What's up?
I am simply curious whether, you aren't still considering the same things you were considering before.
No, I think I have an idea.
Really?
Yeah.
Doth
I
you care to
do.
share?
Well, first.
Fair enough.
Drinks are provided to the table. Mostly meads and wines. Not a lot of ales or beers or anything like that. There are a few other harder spirits. But yeah, lots of sweeter drinks.
Thank
I
you!
will-
Yes, perfect!
I will try and find out what the nastiest, hardest thing they have and order at least one of it just to
Sandkeg.
see what it is. Just to see what it is.
They do have a single bottle of Sandkeg's hide that they
I'll try
explain
it
to
out.
you. Is 300 gold pieces a bottle.
What the fucking
Oh,
shit?
This is my...
Do it.
That's not worth it.
Do it.
We
we're
need
not sponsored.
gold
What are you
for
doing?
things. We need gold for things like potions.
It's just one bottle.
Yeah.
Why not just order
no.
a shot like a normal person?
That's what I want
It's
to
30.
do.
It's 30 gold for a shot.
Okay,
See, that's
sure,
much more reasonable.
I'll pay 30 gold for the shot. That's an insane amount
Alright.
of gold.
You give 30 gold. They pour you a shot.
Oh, hello, Alex!
I drink the
Welcome,
shot.
welcome! Thank you very
Yeah, it
much
is
for
a
joining
thicker,
us.
syrupy liquid. You take the shot, make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm glad to have you.
Perfect.
Singapore. That's awesome.
22.
You also get a plus
Alright.
4
How you doing,
because
Tommy?
you're around me.
Yeah, 26.
You get a nice little head high, like a nice little buzz, like a little bit of a tingly feeling. It's I mean the initial shot is, like I said, it's thick and syrupy. It's like kiwi flavored Everclear.
That
sounds
is
good.
That's a description I never thought I'd hear, but really want to try.
But like the consistency of like maple syrup.
Yo,
So
that's great.
like warm syrup, like so it's a little bit runnier, not quite as
That still sounds great.
And after a few minutes though, you do get like this numbness in your face and your mouth, and just kind
Your whole face.
your whole face just kind of goes numb.
Now tell me your story.
I rate this about a solid 6 out of 10 on the numb face scale. Not as much fun as some of the other numb faces I've had, but tasted pretty good.
Ren's just holding her face and then just...
This is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Wait a second. What is a 10 out of 10 on the numb face scale? And How has this scale been procured ever?
Yep.
That's a good question.
Wherefore art there none base
From
scale?
my experience, thank you very much.
So what's a
10
10?
10 out of 10 on the scale is your face goes so numb, but it's because you're so fucking high. At the same time, it's wonderful. Only had one thing do that to me. Oh.
And what is that? So I shall avoid it.
Yes, I agree. I would like to know.
There was this little town in Wildmount. A bunch of orcs kept fucking up their town, so I went and killed all the orcs for them. And in return, they gave me this bottle of stuff that they fermented. It had been fermenting for like 5 years under their inn. Ow, it hurts to hold my face like that for long periods of time.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, dude. You sound exactly like Nicolas Cage right now.
I'm gonna take that as a compliment. There's no doubt as.
Yeah.
I'm like holding both of my cheeks in towards like the rest of my face, though.
No, I can't unhear it.
There was one word, and I was like, "Oh, it's freaking Nicolas Cage."
In the event I ever need to do a Nick Cage impersonation, I'll keep that in mind.
Is that the next band we go against? Is Nick Cage and the Cages?
We need to steal the Declaration of Independence.
We need to steal the Declaration of Independence.
I'm going to steal the Declaration of Independence. Oh my God,
better
that's
on
amazing.
drunk. Oh yeah.
I'm glad we went to the bar. You made the right choice.
Maury Korsmarsh, everybody in chat.
You guys enjoy the evening, kind of unwind for the first time in a long time. You're surrounded by people, reminding yourselves why you're fighting, what you're fighting for, and a bit of a weight is lifted.
And like with Sadia, Ren will probably be like party mom with Sada and ask like the sort of like introductory questions, like how are you doing, stuff like that. Like, what's your story kind of thing? Just like, party gathering info. Don't have to be. Yeah.
That she was born and raised here in Ank'Harel. She joined the Temple of the Five Spires when she was a child. She was orphaned on the streets of Ank'Harel, and they took her in, and she's been training since she was like 6 years old, and eventually became the master of the Temple of the Five Spires. Through years and years of training, based on the conversation you're having, you're putting together that she's probably 50 years old, give or take 5 years. She does not look that, though.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
No.
Beauty of a timeless body.
Hey.
How old would you think?
She probably looks like low to mid 30s, but she's just got like just like the muscle striation, like that, like you can see like almost like each individual fiber of muscle, like she's got abs on abs on abs on abs, just like absolutely
better than Shango's or on par,
or Harani's.
Like Shango who? Arani who? Like
oh really?
Oh shit!
So, hey, Bill, for the timeless body, does it work the same way as the druid?
She looks like Brad Pitt in Fight Club.
Ooh,
damn.
So does the monk timeless body work the same way as the druid's ability? Like every 1 year, like every 10 years is one to them?
Sort of. There.
Yeah, stop you from aging. You just don't get frail.
Yeah.
You still live the average human lifespan. It's just that you're so in touch with your ki and the training that you've done of your body you're never not in your prime. Like it's like Yoda may be super old and shit, but he can still hop around like he's a teenager because of the Force. It's the
Vanya,
same
you
kind of
chose the wrong class.
Hey, there wasn't much
Like
of
a Goliath monk. That'd be interesting.
Amazing.
There wasn't much of an opportunity to learn the ways of the monk where he grew up.
Still want to hear that story.
Which one?
The one who was going to tell after drinks.
Oh, about his idea?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. My face still numb.
How long does that last?
I have a greater restoration. I could fix it, but you're going to be sober.
No. It's okay. I just want to know. So, do I have to be Nick Cage again or not?
You're muted, Bill.
You don't have to keep doing the voice, but it's going to be
this is
for a while. Yeah.
No, this is great. It just means that I have to explain Vanya's very serious after-campaign ambitions while also sounding like Nick Cage.
The best.
Yes.
I'm gonna go fight the whole Empire.
Pardon?
The whole Hobgoblin Empire.
We're not...
Whatever's left of it after we kill their... No. Whatever's left after we destroy their army and kill their emperor and send their fucking monster away. I'm going to go south. I'm going to level every fucking city wall between me and the Southern Ocean. I'm going to set free every fucking slave that's held there.
That sounds fun.
It does. It does.
I'm down.
Awesome. I was going to ask all of you if you wanted to join me on it, actually.
That sounds like a nice vacation.
I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to, Miro.
No, I'm in.
Oh, absolutely. Excellent. Because I frankly wasn't sure how I was going to keep all those slaves from dying to the elements without all of you. Frankly.
I mean, there's got to be some people there that aren't exactly cool with everything that's going on, right? Like we could...
Oh, exactly.
Like we could integrate them into society so they don't have to be this, right?
Exactly. I'm not big on forgiveness, but Cord took me to the lot of you and told me that I needed to learn to work with other people and use their strengths when mine were lacking. And I think between that and everything else, it seems like this is what I'm meant to do.
Those are some pretty amazing ambitions, Vanya.
You probably want to go and have children with strategy bitch, don't you?
Noxus kind of looks at his drink and he gets super red for a hot second. And then he just goes, well, I mean, that's part of the plan, but not the main plan. But yes.
Hillenot did tell you about the repopulation initiative that your mother was going to initiate.
Whoa!
So you're going to bone for the government. The least
get paid for this.
Oh God.
The least
Brown.
Hey, but listen. It's for the people. It's for the greater good. I'm willing to fall on that sword, Vanya. I am a selfless person.
I'm trying to make sure that
I think Hillenot's falling on the sword.
You're trying to make sure that the dragonborn dragonkin race doesn't go extinct.
Yes, the dragonkin The
Bill,
dragon
keep your
can
logic
need,
out of this. We're making fun of Nox.
the dragon can need
I
to
know, I'm just-
repopulate, and my mom thinks it's a great idea. So
That's the way to
I
start,
fully
Nox.
back it.
Go tell your lady love that your mom wants you to do it.
It's like
The lady said that we were.
Ren might almost spit out her wine. Almost.
I retire with my 3
one of those
wives,
nights, guys.
my
One of
12
those nights.
concubines.
One of those sessions.
All right, no, but for real, what I want to do, other than that, I don't know. I guess I'd follow in my dad's footsteps and join the Knights. I guess. I mean, and then I don't really know. Maybe my mom would. I don't know what my mom has planned for me. Apparently, I'm some big holy shot symbol back there. I guess I'm famous.
Doesn't matter what either of them have planned for you.
Well, I mean, I don't know what I want to do. So maybe my mom has an idea of what she wants me to do for the country. Maybe that'll help me out. I don't fucking know.
Maybe you should go figure out what you want to do for yourself before you do. Maybe you should go figure out what you want to do for yourself before you do anything crazy.
Well, all I know.
Happiness. Paramount.
Well, I mean, all I know I want to do is I just want to kind of just be with Hillenot. But yeah, So whatever else keeps me in Drakinia with her, yeah, I'll be happy with that.
Be careful around her, by the way.
Wait, why?
Because I once thought I fell in love with a woman I knew about as long as you've known Hillenot, and then she hunted me across Wild Mountain and tried to kill me.
Vanya?
Another story
Vanya?
I would wish to hear tonight.
Vanya, I would like
It'll
to
be
say
okay,
I'm
Vanya.
I would like to say I am surprised, but I am highly, highly not surprised by that story.
Well, all right. Well, I want to hear for the equestrian in the group. What kind of stable are you opening up right after all this?
Stable.
Is that a phrase that I just don't know? Opening up a stable?
Oh,
What are you doing once this is all over, Renata?
Hanging up the your swords?
I have not even considered it, honestly.
Would you continue your ladyship with Whitestone?
I suppose. I mean, they need us that position, but I had not even considered what else would be beyond that. You all have been able to show me this world now. I'd initially thought that perhaps I would like to see it, but I am now. I suppose there's always more to see, yes?
Always more to see. There's thousands of planes of existence with it as well.
We are seeing those as well, for better or for worse. But
Yeah, but without the risk of death on the line would be a different perspective.
Highly different perspective.
is there no risk of death when visiting other planes? Certain ones.
Well, depends on the plane, I suppose.
You should have to tell me about these planes that are quite safe going forward.
Your guard is very not safe, but you come back to life every morning. Does that count?
Which is this?
That
Yes,
sounds
it
like
does.
it counts.
Wait, that implies you die every day. No, that's not good.
If you die. You don't
If you die.
You only die if you're a scrub. Is
I
that...
may stay
And
away
no
from
one
that
wants
one
a
for a
scrub.
while. But I know it's not. Perhaps I should write some more. What I remember. You all, this world is lacking in certain knowledge that have been lost over the years. Before I forget myself. And, well, teaching from the mistakes of the past is something to send to the future, yes.
Did you ever think of maybe wanting to become a teacher and teaching young ones from the colleges and how to do what we do?
I does not consider it doing what we do. I have only a fraction of the knowledge that you all have, but...
That's why you live. To learn more. To learn more.
She gives Vanya a look at that and then cracks a smile. Exactly.
I've lived a fair few years. I've learned a lot.
You have.
Now I'm going to go probably, I don't know. So, do you know how many slaves there are in Tizzy's empire?
You're muted, Bill.
Sorry. No, I can only imagine it's a rather large number.
Well,
split out between all 5 of their cities?
Well, probably going to have a rather large...
Each of their cities is at least as big as Western or Amman.
Whoa, that is huge. Well, Vanya, I don't know how much I don't really know how much authority I have, but I definitely stand with your cause, and whatever I'm able to provide for you to help, I will do what I can, because I agree with your cause.
Cool. Cool. I appreciate it.
I mean, I don't know what I'm able to promise. I don't really have much authority, but when and if I do, that is a cause I can get behind and support.
Alrighty.
Likewise.
Awesome. Hey, you can come south with me and put off figuring out what you want to do post-adventuring for a little bit longer, Red. In the meantime, you can even teach a rather large number of people how to live as actual people.
Sounds like a good plan there.
I doth not know where I would start with that.
You know, there was this one fable or proverb that I heard, and it was, you put one foot in front of the other, and soon you'll be walking across the floor. I think you should just start there.
That just seems like common sense, Noxus.
That
Where
is the
else would
point.
you go?
All right.
That is the point. Slightly more.
There are some whack proverbs in Dracania.
There really are.
It was actually some
Whack?
guy. It was some warlock that liked winter a lot.
Yeah, like you could change a dragon's scales, but not his. Like, it's just fucking this.
Yes, this is very weird sayings.
What about you, Fike?
Listen.
Piero?
Ike Bureau?
Oh, I'll let the bod go first.
Well, sounds like there'll be some working with Vanya, but then
Yes, I imagine that there'll be plenty of work for a spy.
after that, I think maybe check on the Triceratops kids, see if maybe I can learn to work with them and maybe just travel and see this countryside. Maybe take a stop to see how it goes when Nox tells Hillenot that his mom wants him to do it with her.
Listen. She said she's gonna. Never mind. I quit.
And then, just do some traveling without the need to stab and cast spells at people. I've been doing that for a long time.
That's fair.
So I'm guessing the bard's still gonna bard and not be tied down or settle down.
He shall be stabbing in other ways.
I can show you what.
Ooh, Renata. That was a good one.
Sheathing his rapier and then unsheathing his rapier because that's how it works apparently.
Exactly.
It's disgusting. The reproduction of all of your growths.
All right, Mr. Disgusted with us. What about you?
Endgame? I would like to try to find my parents. That would be cool. I think I'd open up like a brothel.
I could see that.
Or a temple. Or both. Why not? Both is good.
A brothel temple. Interesting.
Hey, listen, that you might need that.
People are screaming, "Oh God!" in both places, so why not? I travel a little bit. Maybe find a mate. I have a few ideas, but nothing locked down yet.
That is for the best. It is good to keep your options open.
I wish we were less open, Ren, but yeah.
Well, at least with your parents, I'll definitely help you with that.
Yeah, it's next to impossible, but gotta try.
Don't sell yourself short. You are smart, and I'm not, but I know people who are smart and who can figure that shit out, and we know Assume, and he's pretty resourceful.
There are many deities on your side.
That as well.
Oh yes. Oh God. Where are my parents? Oh, use all your omnipotent power to come help me find the people that procreated to me and then abandoned me. No, I don't think that's on their repertoire of people with actual problems.
Is that not what divination magic is for?
Yeah, isn't there some wizard bullshit
You
that's
hear a
like
voice. You hear a voice, Spike, that says they have a small farmstead in the terraced fields.
Hey, wait, is that real or is that bullshit?
No, it's real.
Yo. Mike, you all right? You look like you just saw
okay
Bell.
there, bud?
What's up?
Oh, you're
What's
right,
wrong?
Pike.
I've been waiting for 3 years, and that since the last time you spoke to me, and that's what you say?
What?
Who are you talking to?
I
love you. I love you without question, but not cool.
What?
Downright.
Very understated way for a god to speak to you.
Apparently, my parents own a small plot of land outside the terraced fields. I just needed to ask. Maybe I get that once a day? I don't know.
Interesting.
You just told Sarah and Ray not cool for giving you the information that you've been dreaming of after all of this?
Oh, the way that it was delivered was not cool at all. It was almost like it was a joke, but it was real.
You follow the goddess of forgiveness and redemption, not the goddess of cool.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
excuse you. She is the goddess of cool. You
I believe the god of cool is Cord.
Is that right?
Because of how absolutely fucking metal he is.
Excuse me.
Is Cord made of metal?
Mine
are we
is
really
a
gonna do the my god is better than your god?
My
Yes.
god can definitely be your god.
D&D.
No.
Like, to be fair, my sister is literally cool. Goddess of winter. Thank you.
Don't remind me.
So here's the real question. Fike, now that you know, when and what are you gonna say? When are you gonna go and what are you gonna say?
Have we already met them?
Do you want us to go with you?
No. I don't know. It depends. I would ask why they gave me up. And then depending on their answer, I think that's how we move forward. I understand being young and dumb and scared. It's hard to raise a child, especially when I was small and, the dragons and all that. Everything was scary. So, I just don't know. What if they're terrible people? And that was the one good thing they gave me up. Why would I want to be associated with that?
The good thing is you
Well,
don't need to be.
And for them to give you up being a good thing, I don't know if they would be bad people in the long run because they thought of your best interest at heart. So maybe on the whole they're good.
Oh, just because I ended up fine does not mean they automatically get forgiveness. I understand how redemption works, but certain things cannot be. And I kind of look around the table and I just go undone. But apparently we're very good at fixing stuff. But you know what? I feel like I've soured the mood with my talk of bullshit. So I would like to raise a glass real quick to the defenders, to everyone we save, everyone we're going to save, and whatever tomorrow brings us. May we fight the day with vigor, and may we triumph. And personally, may we always be family.
Hear, hear.
Agreed.
Amen.
To the future and family.
Oh, that is disgusting. Why is that so warm?
Probably because you spent too long talking and not enough drinking.
That's probably true.
And it's really hot here.
Cool. I'm going to grab us another round.
Vern eventually turns to Sada and just mutters, you shall get used to it.
Honestly, it's great. You seem to have a real care and connection and with one another.
I mean, after watching 3 of us die, yeah, we definitely do have those things.
Well then, to old friends, and then she turns to Sada and new.
Amen to that.
Oh. So
Hear, hear.
does not have a drink to sip because she can't get drunk.
No, she can still have a drink. She just doesn't get drunk.
She's drinking like water.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the point of a timeless body if you can't fucking smoke all the drugs and do all the alcohol? What the fuck?
Because of purity of body.
Arani is
Great
going to be
little
so pissed off
Disease.
eventually.
Immune to poison. Alcohol's a poison.
Well, Pete might be eventually, Persavian, can you stop that shit? Can we?
Impurity of body, please.
Honestly, I would actually like to be a fly on the wall when that happens for the first time. She just realizes she drinks 6 gallons of beer and is still not drunk, and she's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, just the entire tavern here is blasted into their minds. Fucking bullshit!
Wait, Orion was that long ago that she wasn't even level 10?
She's not level 10 monk.
No, because she was warlock too.
Right.
But then eventually, like a few minutes later, I can make so much fucking money in drinking contests.
But anyway, you guys drink into the night, have a good time, and eventually make your way back to the palace for a long rest. You wake in the morning rested. All of your spell slots are restored. All of your half your hit dice, all your hit points, all your spells are restored, all your abilities and all that good shit are restored. You are there in the morning. Sada is there with you. She has retrieved her outfit is exactly the same as it was previously. The only difference is she has retrieved what looks to be like a small quiver and this really interesting looking like recurved short bow. That the two bow separators look like these like recurved like almost like water buffalo horns or something with like a leather stretched over it. Like a very compact but hard draw bow.
A compact bow, if you will.
Yes.
Interesting. It is well crafted.
Which is slung. Indeed, it is. She does have a slightly more. She knows you guys were intending to head to Vasselheim, so she remembers the weather there, and she does have what looks to be like a slightly heavier clothes.
Oh, who makes this? Miss Lord Carhart. That's nice.
What would you guys like to do?
Find a tree.
Yeah, I say find a tree and head to Vasselheim.
All right, she leads you to one of the courtyards that has a very large palm tree that probably is like 4 feet in diameter.
Wherefore do you need a tree bureau?
I've never done this before. This is kind of weird, but it seems like I have access to spells I never maybe would have had before. And I place my hand on the tree, and using Wish, I cast Transport via Plants and open a portal to another tree just outside of Vasselheim. Now hurry up, we've only got a few seconds. Go.
Going.
One dive into the tree.
I say.
I run into the tree.
One by one, you all run through the portal that was created until eventually you appear in on the opposite end in a very thick, dark, overgrown, verdant forest. The temperature shift is dramatic. It goes from sweltering heat to below freezing temperatures. You can all instantly see your breath when you pass through the other side, as it is winter in Vasselheim. There's thick crunch of snow under your feet as you trek a little ways. You eventually come to the gates of the largest city that any of you have ever seen.
Welcome to Vasselheim.
Whoa.
To Vasselheim.
That's fucking huge.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Wait, let me.
I've been
Holy shit.
Damn.
I am not sure I've ever seen that many people in one place before.
Finally, a
Also-
familiar name.
Also, it's really fucking cold here.
Feels like the
and
warm-
hold off on the arcane magic
Feels like the warm season.
as a reminder.
Mm-hmm.
Divine
I can't
magic.
do
No
anything.
problems there.
No, divine magic is cool. Just arcane magic is not so cool.
Right.
So I could do scrying, but I can't do anything else, is what you're saying.
No,
divine,
that's still
divine. Got it. I just thought about that. Got it. Anything having to do with Bahamut, we're good.
Yep, sure.
I thought you all said divination for a minute.
No.
And I think we need to head to the Slayer's Take.
Do we know about the Slayer's
Um,
Take?
No.
Yeah, what?
But this is where we will pick things up next week. With a rival in Vesselheim.
Aw.
Sweet.
That
Who's
was
our
a good
rival?
session.
That was really great. At the same time, I'm sad because we don't know what the fuck Tharn would do after this. But,
Yeah.
Arnold will probably go back to being crotchety and old.
yeah, I
He's gonna
assumed, but
and just be done.
Let's be honest. Honestly, what Tharn is going to do is he's going to free all of the pack mules and all of the
Yes.
the animal, and then he is going to take down society brick by brick, starting with Amon.
What I want him
Tharn
to
is
do
the
is
next end game.
I want him to flesh to stone himself and be like, someone will need my knowledge one day, and I will be there for when they need it, and just flesh to stone himself. You have this fucking turtle just flying around this vast wealth of knowledge. 500 years.
That would be something he would
he
do.
is the Excalibur of this campaign. He's really
Like-
fucking powerful and knowledgeable, but
Just
nobody
like-
wants to use him because he's such an asshole.
He's not
Just
the hero
like-
we deserve.
That hangs a sign around his neck that says "Unpetrify in case of emergency."
Yeah.
The headcanon that eventually the sign rots off and he just gets stashed in some corner of a Melora temple somewhere.
Even better for
Yeah.
Arathis.
Until
Arathis.
it-
Just a sign.
Field rolls
That
through
would be
and-
so ironic and funny.
Who would like their experience
Yes, please.
points?
All of us.
All right. 40 for Biero. $45 for Fike. 43 for Renata.
Ding.
45 for Vanya.
Ding ding.
45 for Noxus. Two dings, huh?
Woo.
And by the
Yep.
way, did I say at the end of the last big fight that we leveled up Kursk, right?
Curse
Yes.
is level 10,
Yes.
I believe. Yeah.
He
Yep.
did level up.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure.
Woo.
Took level
The
10
child?
fighter.
They leveled up the child.
He took level 10 fighter and now has D10 superiority dice.
Yeah.
Vanya, how did you get 45?
What?
You rolling 277 plus 45?
Oh, that's just me checking to make sure that I actually dinged.
Yeah.
It's
He's
not
just
like
doing math.
Mm-hmm. Woo.
Does put me at 195.
It's level 17.
Damn.
That's your final path ability, right?
Hmm.
Or what do you get? What do you guys get at 17?
I get I'm out of path abilities. My last subclass ability was the thing that lets me die when I should be dead. I get brutal. I get another die.
I get 3 Indomitables and 2 fucking action surges. Woo!
Ooh. Those are
so basically Ren can hit anything as many times as she wants.
Almost.
Oh my goodness, you guys are super powerful and stuff. You guys are basically gods.
No, nobody jump off a cliff.
No.
Oh, see, that's what Knox doesn't agree with. And all the times he's like, "Oh yeah."
Also, y'all drive me a drink. I'm at half of this bottle now.
Oh, yo.
I get to. I haven't used this in a while. I haven't used my Cortana smug in a while.
That looks cool.
Nice.
So today, I was running a game with my guys.
Hey, Sir Bear, how's it going?
Bill, one, you would be really proud of me.
We just finished session.
But
How
also,
are you?
I'm really frustrated because I can't get any of them unconscious, and I need your help.
I just gained a level.
One of the
level
things
17.
I do with encounters.
Oh, I need to update the overlays.
Let
me do that right now. While I remember.
When you're modifying your monsters, like how big is your party?
Let's see.
5, and they're all level 7.
5. So yeah. So one of the things I'll do for challenge rating is based off of a party of 4, right? You know how challenge rating works?
A little bit, yeah.
There we go.
So challenge rating is calculated off of if you had a party of 4 that was all this level, then this challenge rating means that this creature would be a even fight for them, right? So if you were to find for your party, if it was 4 people instead of 5, if you were to find a monster in the monster manual that has a challenge rating of 7, that should be like a 50-50 even fight between a party of 4 characters that are 7th level. Because you're at 5th level, one of the things I'll do is when I have a bigger party,
they're at 7th level.
Trying to see who we can raid since we just finished session.
So like for example, what I would do for you is I would take the hit points of like the suggested hit points for the creature, and I would add 25% to the total, right? Because you have a party of 5, right? So like I'll take let's say the hit points are 100. I'll add
session
25
went very well.
to it because 25%.
We had a lot of roleplay
so
tonight. No combat. We finished our combat.
You have a 5th party.
We have our next mission, and we had like a good round robin session in character around in a tavern about what we want to do after endgame. It was very nice.
So the other thing you can do, and this is something I learned from Matt Mercer, is
super good roleplay tonight.
Increase the damage.
And a couple of us leveled up.
That their attacks might do, right? So like if it's
because Bill uses a very different version of
like a D6
experience points
up to a D8
based on roleplay and
do a little bit more damage,
his own
so there's a little bit
thoughts
more of a sense of urgency
of how
to
he
the fight.
did.
It's like,
so
oh
yeah,
shit,
it was super fun.
Damage?
Oh, thank you.
Right. So like if the damage die is supposed to be 2d6, make it 2d8.
Let's see. Who do we got?
You know what I mean? Just make him hit a little bit harder. But you guys got to
oh yeah, Vanya when he's super fucking drunk and numb in the face sounds like Nick Cage.
Rip. I gotta drop out. Sorry guys.
Okay.
Have a good night.
Night.
Always. Night.
See
you next week.
Sorry, and I'm just figuring out who to raid. Cause
yeah.
All that. Ooh.
Worries.
Nemo's doing Twitch Sings. There's
Night, everybody.
Oh.
Night.
People head out. Night. All right. Let me switch to this then. Wait, do I not have my? Damn it! Do I not have my Gen Cam? Oh no, it's broken. Fuck. Well.
Oh no.
Nope, it's fucked. I'm just gonna do this and have 2 of me here. I'm sorry about that. I'm now Noxus. Okay. Who can we raid? Who can we raid? Let's see. How about let's see. Oh, there's so many people on doing stuff. What is Mr. Scoot talking about now? Because Mr. Scoot is super fucking great. He does a lot of retro gaming, but he's just talking right now. Ah. He's hanging out with Jopasopus. Okay. That's a great combination. So I'll send you to Mr. Scoot, who's fucking awesome. Amazing retro gamer, also does Twitch sings with me sometimes, and has hung out with me and Kelly. Yeah, fuck you, Thomas. Everything's broken. So, let's send some love to Mr. Scoot. Alright. Till next time, everybody, you stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll see you next time. Bye!
I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral dice holder. I'm proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral dice holder. I'm proud